Hello guys and welcome to Football Fandom UK. How's it going? So tonight we're here for another match watch along as we continue going around the grounds and doing a variety of games for match watch alongs to help fans find out about the Fandom project. If you're just joining us, it'd be great to hear from you guys. Hit that like button, drop your comments in the chat. We would love to hear what you guys have to say about this game or any other games that you've been watching over this week or that you are going to see this weekend. So just bear with me, guys, and I will try to share the team news with you so that you can see what the lineups are like. Here we go. There we go. It should come up. There you go, guys. You should be able to see the team lineups now. So we shall leave it like that for the moment. I will come to comments in a second, guys. Game is just starting. So Burnley to kick off the first half of the game. So we should just see each other, each team feeling each other out at the moment, guys. So it's a perfect opportunity to quickly come to the chat and see what you guys are saying. Like I said, guys, if you're just joining us, please do hit that like button, drop your comments in the chat. It'd be great to hear from you. All fans are welcome on Fandom. We are not a club channel. We are very much a fan channel, trying to build something unique for you guys as fans. Will Bertham, welcome to the show, mate. Great to see you. Hopefully everything with you is good, mate. I'm presuming you weren't not able to get to the game tonight with it being on a Friday night, which is obviously very frustrating, as I know, for a lot of fans when these games are moved around. But welcome to the show, Will. Will is saying Sky TV is an absolute disgrace. Putting this game on a Friday night, they should have been able to change fixtures. Oh, sorry, they shouldn't be able to change fixtures like this. Hearing West Brom fans struggling to get there on time because of bad traffic. Absolutely, I could not agree with you more, Will. Unfortunately, as much as Sky are to blame for this, and I totally agree with you, we have to also level a little bit of blame at the clubs as well, because the clubs are playing along with Sky because of the amount of money involved and the amount of money that Sky pay out to clubs for TV coverage. So I absolutely totally agree with you. You know, fans should be put first with any fixtures, where no matter what league it's in. But unfortunately, this is one of the reasons why I've started Fandom, because fans don't seem to be getting any consideration, or should I say, they're getting less and less consideration in the game. And I've witnessed that today with my own club and the way they are. They've released a statement attacking fans, which is has got my passion quite going quite a bit today. But I have to totally agree with you, Will. It's an absolute disgrace that fans are not being given any consideration with these fixtures being moved about. And it all boils down to money, mate. It absolutely totally boils down to money. And unfortunately, Sky are the powerhouse in football, because they have a massive range of fans subscribe to their channels, and it means that clubs bow down to what Sky want. They bow down to whatever Sky want because of the money. They do not speak out for fans. They do not challenge Sky, simply because the money is there. And as we know, mate, owners that are taking over a lot of clubs within the UK, they're in it for the money. They can talk all they want about community fans, this, that, and the other. But the reality is, us as fans, we're not stupid. We can see the bigger picture. We can see that a lot of rich businessmen are getting involved in football for the benefits of what comes with it to themselves, and not necessarily for the interests of fans or for the community of which the club represents. So I have to totally agree with you on that one, mate. Just seen a shot uh, taken from Burnley, just from outside the box, but it's a bit of a poor shot, and it goes wide of the far post, and that will result in, I think it's a goal kick. I think to West Brom. I didn't see that it took a deflection, but I think it is a goal kick. Just watching now to see. I didn't see a deflection. Uh, yeah, it's a goal kick. So yeah, absolutely. Thanks for that. Thanks for sharing your opinion on that, Will. And like I say, mate, I couldn't I seriously, mate, I could not agree with you anymore on that point. Will is also saying makes it pretty much impossible for fans to get there. Still over 2,000 baggies attempting attempting it. Could you ask us to travel any further than Sunderland and Burnley on a Monday and Friday night? Yeah, seriously, I totally agree with you, mate. Because it's not just your club. Look at Swansea and Sunderland. They live, they're at the opposite end of the country to each other. They've had fixtures moved by Sky and TV companies to suit the TV schedules. But yeah, absolutely, I couldn't agree more, mate. Especially on a Friday night, like you say. Either it's bad enough with traffic through the UK through the week, but on a Friday night there is more traffic because people. There is a certain percentage of the population that may work away from home for the majority of the week. So they're also travelling home. And comes to Friday, you have all the regular traffic. You have people working away from home, travelling back for the weekend. So yeah, like I say, mate, I could not agree with you more. And uh, big respect to those 2,000 Baggies fans that have battled through the traffic to attend this game tonight. It's not easy, especially if you've got work commitments. Half the reason I haven't been able to get to a lot of games. Oh, sorry, guys, just break off there. We've got a goal for West Brom, an early goal, 6 minutes in, come from a corner and headed in, and it's an early away goal for West Brom. So just sorry, guys, I just missed that. Then just bear with me a second. I'll hopefully see the replay and let you guys know exactly how that goal came about. So corner comes in. It's an outswinger, and it's literally placed right into the melee of players, headed down, bang, straight in the back of the net. So a really nice team goal there from West Brom, and they take the lead early on, guys. So it's currently just coming up to 7 minutes in. Burnley 0, West Brom 1. So nice early goal to kick off the start of the game. Oh, this thing's a nightmare. It always does this at the start of a game. There we go. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Should come up. There you go. Sorry. It does. It does have a tendency to do that rather randomly. There we go. So yeah, like I say, thanks for that, Will, and yeah, massive shout out to those 2,000 baggies making the long trip up from the West Midlands to support their team. You have to give massive credit to the West Brom fans. There are a lot of West Brom fans currently unhappy at the moment with the ownership and stuff that's going on at the club, but yet they're still showing massive support to their club, and you can only give massive respect to the West Brom fans for doing that. Yes, they have been making their voice heard at grounds, and rightly so. Rightly so. I'm fed up with hearing about clubs trying to suppress fans who want to express their opinion. But yeah, we like I say, one of the best clubs with one of the clubs with the best away support is West Brom in the Championship. So yeah, massive respect to the West Brom fans for making the trip up to Burnley on a cold, miserable Friday night when I'm sure the fans could have other things that they could be getting on with. But no, they travel in numbers and show amazing support to their club. So massive respect to the West Brom fan community for that. Will is also saying, hang on a second. There we go. Sorry. They would have both been classic games on a Saturday or Sunday. Middlesbrough v Sunderland is the Sunday game on TV. Middlesbrough v Sunderland is Sunday game on TV. That should be on Friday night game. Friday night game, as it's only 20 miles from Borough fans to travel. Mate, absolutely. You know what? That is a very, very valid point. Although I will point out that game being played on a Sunday, I agree it should be played on a Friday night instead. But the problem with it is not so much with a fixture like that. It's not so much Sky with that fixture. It is Sky. Don't get me wrong. The TV company do interfere in the fixtures. You're spot on there. But that fixture is also moved, and it probably would never get played on a Friday night because of the police, mate. The police also interfere in fixture schedules. That's why you never see Rangers Celtic played in the day of an evening. They always play the Rangers Celtic game of a dinner time in the league as much as possible, simply because the police insist on it, mate. They insist on it because they don't want trouble after the game. And the later the game is played, in the eyes of the police, the later the game is played, the more potential for drunken fans to congregate and basically get into mischief. That is their way of looking at it. If you ask me, it's an absolute disgrace because you're basically treating fans like children. And it's shocking, guys. I've just had this conversation, made comments on my own club's social media account about the same type of thing, about fans being treated like children because the law or the officials of the game don't show enough consideration to the true fans that just want to go and support their team. They brand all fans as the same. They might not actually say it in statements, but we see it with the activities that they do. So yeah, like I say, mate, I totally agree. But like with regards to that game that you're describing, Middlesbrough v Sunderland, I would definitely presume, and it's a presumption based on what I see and the evidence over the years, that game would be not played on a Friday night simply because the law would probably not allow that game to be played on a Friday night because of basically they would feel that the fans that go and have a drink may drink too much and cause trouble, and that is why that fixture was probably never get played on a Friday night. But it's a very valid point, Will. You're spot on. Sky should be considering, but this is what I mean, mate. There's no consideration to fans attending, and what makes me laugh about this is the TV companies will rearrange these fixtures, but yet they're the first to complain to clubs when their attendance is low. And they take no account of the fact that them moving the fixture accounts for the attendance, contributes, should I say, to the attendance being low. But they will still complain to clubs if their attendance is low because they say that it looks bad on TV. Well, if they stop moving the fixtures around, then maybe attendance will be high. So it's a very, very valid point that you make, Will. Thanks for that, mate. West Brom in possession at the minute on this near side. 13 minutes in, guys. The game is quite lively. West Brom moving the ball about on this near side from their defence to midfield, and now they switch the play out to the far side. West Brom looking the slightly stronger of the two teams at the minute, especially mainly in possession. Cross comes in from that far side, but ends up straight in the keeper's hands, and that will result in Burnley building from the back. Will is also saying it happened last season as well. West Brom didn't have a Saturday or Sunday home game from the 20th of January until the end of April, as all games was Monday and Friday nights, televised games. Like I say, mate, you are honest. Like I say, I couldn't agree with you more. You're making an excellent point. I think that the big problem with this fixture movement is that a lot of fans do subscribe to the TV companies, particularly the one we're talking about, or the one that you've highlighted, and that gives Sky the power to move these fixtures around as much as they like, without any consideration for the fans that attend games. And it's up to the clubs, in my opinion, to fight Sky to protect their own attendances at games. But unfortunately, with a club like yours, mate, West Brom, very popular club in the Midlands, and because it's a very popular club, that is why your club keep getting selected for the TV games. But I like I say, mate, I couldn't agree with you more. But that is one of the disadvantages of supporting a club that has a very popular fan base. That it's going to be a club that the TV companies target for TV games. So yeah, like I say, mate, I could not agree with you more. But like I said, it's up to the clubs to make a stand against the TV companies from doing this. But like I said, they don't do because the money's so good, and that's what it boils down to, mate. It boils down to money. Just seeing West Brom attack now down the far side into the box. And an opportunity, but it's blocked by Burnley defending in numbers. Some good defending there from Burnley, although it was a bit last ditch, shall we say. And the ball moves back out to the halfway line, and West Brom still in possession. But yeah, absolutely. Well, like I say, mate, I couldn't agree with you more. And unfortunately, it's down to the money, mate. It's down to the money. It boils down to clubs accepting, basically being bought. That's what it boils down to, mate. Clubs are being bought by Sky and other powerful media companies because as soon as they get the checkbook out, so to speak, clubs don't argue because they just look at the numbers on the check and they keep their mouth shut. So you guys as fans get treated like second-class citizens at your own club because the TV companies just write out a fat check and the clubs don't challenge it because they just want that fat check. And that's the bottom line of it, mate. But you make an excellent point. But like I say, I hope to speak up for stuff like this, for stuff that matters to you guys as fans. In the future, I really want to use the channel, the power of fans coming together to challenge stuff like this, to give fans a voice and to have somebody that speaks up and challenges football clubs and TV companies and media outlets to put fans first. Because without fans, football is nothing. I keep saying this. That is the motto of Fandom. Football is the fans. So if fans want a better voice in football and want more consideration and want their views and opinions and their rights as fans to be better considered, then we need a channel that's going to, we need an organization or a channel or something that is going to do that. And that is what I am trying to do. I am trying to build a channel that brings the fan community together, that for fans that really care about the game, so that fans get some power back in football. Because unfortunately, the power at the minute is sitting with the big TV companies, rich owners, EFL and the FA. And fans get treated like second-class citizens in a sport that they make. Fans make this game. It's all right saying that the talented footballers make the game, but they only make the game because there's millions of fans that they go and watch. So it's you guys that should have the power in football to have some kind of opinion that's heard. And unfortunately, the football world isn't like that at the moment. And I am working hard to try and change that, to build a platform that helps fans have a voice in the football world. So if you like the sound of that, guys, please do hit that subscribe button, because I am not just talking out of my side here. I am for real. As you will see in the future, once we get a bigger fan community following the channel, I intend to use the power of that support coming from you guys to speak up for things that matter to you guys as fans. So, like I say, mate, I could not agree with you more, Will. But unfortunately, at the moment, there doesn't seem to be many organisations that are prepared to really stand up and speak up for what matters to fans. But I'm working hard to try and change that. And like I say, we're still a small channel at the minute. But if we get a bigger fan community following us, believe me, guys, I will use your support to speak up for things that matter to you and challenge the football authorities with respect in a proper professional way. I will use that power from you guys to speak up for what matters to you as fans. But I can only do that with the support from you guys. So please do consider hitting that subscribe button, guys, if you like the sound of that. Like I say, I am not media trained. I'm just a very passionate fan that cares about the future of the game. And I am frustrated, just like Will is, about how little consideration is shown to fans when it comes to moving fixtures about, when it comes to how fans are treated by their clubs, by the football authorities, stuff like that. So, like I say, if you like the sound of that, guys, this is the channel for you. I really do want to be successful in building a channel that truly represents fans. Corner coming in from this near side for Burnley, but it's knocked away at the near post. And Burnley managing to keep possession only just under pressure from West Brom, and Burnley managed to get possession back to their defenders. But yeah, thanks for that, Will. Some fantastic points of view there, mate. And like I say, I could not agree with you anymore on those points. Stevie Allen, how's it going, mate? Welcome to the show. Thank you very much for all the hard work you do behind the scenes. Great to see you tonight. And yep, hello to everyone. Absolutely, thanks for that, Stevie. So, guys, we are just coming up to 21 minutes into the game, and we have possession with West Brom at the moment. The goalkeeper at the back in possession. The first 10 minutes, if you're just joining us, guys, first 10 minutes was very much all West Brom, but Burnley have started to come into the game more in the last 10 minutes. So it's turning into an interesting game so far. The ball's out on that far side for a throw-in to Burnley. Just inside the Burnley half of the pitch, quite close to the halfway line. And Burnley now build from the back. Joey, how's it going, mate? Welcome to the show. Great to see you, mate. Hi, Gaz. How's it going, mate? Great to see you. Thank you very much for coming, getting involved. Always a pleasure to see you, mate. What's your thoughts on the game? Let us know if any of you guys have got a score prediction. Would love to know what your thoughts are on how it's going to turn out tonight. Yep, absolutely, Joey. Thank you very much. Great to see you, mate. Hopefully you've had a positive week, mate. Dylan, PFC underscore DY4 is Dylan. Hi, guys. How are you? I'm good. Thank you very much for asking, Dylan. Great to see you. Always a pleasure to see you in the chat on the show, mate. And yep, hopefully you've had a positive week as well, mate. Like I say, let us know, guys, if you've got a score prediction for this and any thoughts you have on the fixtures up and coming this weekend or the games that you guys have seen this week. It'd be great to hear your thoughts on any of that stuff, but definitely great to hear your thoughts for a score prediction before we get much deeper in the game. Currently, Burnley 0, West Brom 1. 20, just coming up to 23 minutes gone in the game. Burnley in possession at the minute on the halfway line as they move the ball out to that far side. They're just proing West Brom at the minute, but West Brom got the whole team back in numbers. And Burnley with the ball chipped in forward, but it's cleared. But Burnley still managed to keep possession. And now Burnley with an attempted cross into the box on that far side. But it takes a deflection and it's gone out for a corner to Burnley on the far side of the pitch. Joey is saying, hopefully Burnley will win. Nothing against West Brom, but always had a soft spot for Burnley. Well, that's fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Nothing wrong with that, mate. Corner comes in, so we'll come back to comments in a sec, guys. Please do keep dropping your comments. Be great to hear from you. Oh, that was a poor corner. Corner's knocked out behind for a goal kick to West Brom. Burnley not really making the most of that opportunity there. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, sorry about that, Joey. Joey's saying hopefully Burnley will win. Yeah, nothing against West Brom, but always had soft spot for Burnley. Yeah, Burnley, a good club, to be fair, mate. I can't say I've got a soft spot for them because obviously being a Bolton fan, they are technically a rival club, but they are a club that I respect. Only time I wish Burnley to do badly is obviously when they take to the field against my club. But yeah, absolutely. And I've got to be honest, mate, I've been so impressed with what Vincent Kompany has achieved at Burnley in such a short space of time. And long may it continue. I just hope he isn't daft enough to do what we've seen with other young managers and jump ship to what looks like a more attractive job, but what basically repeat the same type of cycle as what Steven Gerrard and Frank Lampard did. I think if they'd have stayed at their first managerial post for a bit longer, gained a bit more experience, the opportunity that he was looking for to manage in the Premier League would come eventually. But unfortunately, we do see that a lot of managers just very influenced by the biggest clubs with the financial clout, shall we say. But yeah, I've been very impressed with what Vincent Kompany's doing at Burnley. He's doing a fantastic job. And like I say, I hope he stays there and keeps it going for a while and doesn't bow to the first offer that comes in from a more prestigious club, shall we say, or a more fashionable club. Because with all respect to Burnley, they are a great club. But let's be honest, guys, they're not really seen as a fashionable club, are they? But they're a hard-working club. I would categorise Burnley as that kind of club. They're a gritty, hard-working club. That's the way they play, and that's right because that represents the part of the country where they're from. So yeah, in my opinion, like I said, I really would stress that point that I hope Vincent Kompany stays at Burnley for a decent length of time to keep gaining experience. Because if he jumps ship to what might look like a more attractive job, it could be it could end in the same similar fashion as what Steven Gerrard's happened to Steven Gerrard with Aston Villa, and also what we've seen happening with Frank Lampard. Sometimes it's better the devil you know than the devil you don't, if you get my meaning. But yeah, like I say, massively impressed with Vincent Kompany, and it's looking very good for Burnley getting promoted at the minute, sitting top of the league. In fact, I expect both of these clubs to be in the promotion places come the end of the season. So yeah, Joey is also saying, yeah, he's doing really well. Liked him as a player too. Mate, absolute. As a player, he was awesome. Absolutely unlucky with injuries. Very unlucky with injuries. In fact, watching him as a football fan was so frustrating. Watching him as a player because you knew how hard working he was. You knew how important he was to any team that he played in. We just had an opportunity for Burnley as they broke into the box. But it's ricocheted away and gone out behind. I think it's gone out for a corner. I'm not sure. It happened that fast. Just bear with me a second, guys. So cross comes in from about 30 yards out, and a player, one of the Burnley players, latches onto it just on the edge of the goal box. Comes in, and it deflected off a West Brom player, and we've got a corner. Burnley with the corner. Corner taken towards the near post, but it's cleared and it's gone out again for another corner to Burnley on that far side. But yeah, absolutely, Joey. Like I say, mate, he's doing a fantastic job. Guys, keep your comments coming. I will come to comments in a moment. Just obviously, just a crucial part of the game at the minute. Corner taken short. and that was really bad idea from Burnley. As now West Brom have come out and challenged, and they've now regained possession, and they've moved to pass the ball long up the field on that far side to try and hit Burnley on the counter attack, and it's been knocked out behind, for a throw in to West Brom, just inside just inside the Burnley half of the pitch. But yeah, absolutely, Joe. As a player, I really enjoyed watching him. I was gutted that it was Man City that he was playing for. I've got to be honest. I was gutted. It was Man City he was playing for. But what a player! He played with his heart on his sleeve, and for me, he played the way I want to see most players play, manly. He played with respect for his opposition, but he put a shift in. And like I say, I think that's maybe why he's getting the respect he deserves from the Burnley players and doing so well. Because how can you not respect a manager like Vincent Kompany when you see how he used to play when he was a player? So yeah, thanks for that, Joey. Top comment, that mate. Clyde Wotton, welcome to Fandom, mate. Great to see you. Always a pleasure to see new fans in the chat. Clyde Wotton is saying, hi, Will. So maybe a fan of Will Burtham's channel. I'm not sure if he's here, mate. He left some comments earlier in the stream, but he might be watching the game at the minute. Obviously, West Brom being his team. But yeah, I'm good friends with Will and watch what he does on his channel. He does some great stuff. So yeah, great to see you, Clyde, and welcome to Fandom. An opportunity here for West Brom. It's deflected and it's gone out behind for a corner on this near side. But yeah, it's becoming end-to-end at the minute, guys. Lionel Thompson, welcome to the show, mate. Great to see you. Lionel saying, hello, Gaz. How are you doing? Sorry, I'm a bit late. Never necessary for you guys to apologise for being late. Always appreciate you guys coming, getting involved, and showing your support. It's very much appreciated. I appreciate the gesture, though, Lionel. Thank you very much for that, mate. Yeah, like I say, mate, very much appreciate the gesture of an apology, but it's not necessary, mate. I always appreciate you guys dropping in whenever you can. Corner's taken, and it's deep. It's at the back post, and it's ricocheted in. I'm not sure exactly how that went in the back of the net, but looks like the referee has seen something in there that he didn't like. We'll have to see it again. Ball comes in, and it's deep at the back post. Right. So I see why the referee's blown for that. The ball, actually, the goalkeeper did grab the ball. To be fair, I can't knock the player for that. The goalkeeper's jumped up to grab the ball. As he's jumped up to grab the ball, he has grabbed the ball in midair like that. And as he's jumped to grab the ball, the player has jumped up. West Brom players jumped up at the same time and tried to head the ball out of his hands and succeeded, and it ended up in the back of the net. So you can't really criticise an attacking player for doing that. If he tried to kick it out of his hands, that would be a different story. But when it's in the air and both of them are going for it, how's the player to know that the ball is going to suddenly end up in the keeper's hands in that situation? So yeah, I've got a massive respect there for the West Brom player showing real desire and commitment to try and get a goal for his team. That was quite unique, that, guys, and very unusual. But yeah, I like the tenacity there of the player to do that and to try it. Where was we up to? Just saying, Burnley in possession at the moment on the halfway line as they moved the ball out to that far side, but now come back towards their defence. But yeah, thanks for that, Lionel. Great to see you, mate, and thank you very much for coming and getting involved. Always a pleasure to see you, mate. Amish, welcome to the show, Amish. Great to see you, mate. Not seen you on the channel for a while, but that's totally understandable. I know that you've been very busy with your studies for your future, and that is totally understandable. But absolutely great to see you, Amish, and welcome to the show. Amish saying, hi, guys. How is it going? I'm good, thanks, mate. Always a pleasure to see you. And like I say, hopefully everything with you and your studies is going really well. And like I say, great to see you come and get involved, mate. And thank you very much. Like I say, guys, don't forget, if you've got a score prediction, please do drop your score predictions. It'd be great to hear from you. And Amish, let me know in the chat how you're getting on with your studies, mate. I know that you've been quite busy over the last few months, which is why you've not been able to get involved very much, but that's totally understandable. Always support you guys if you've got important studies going on, because that in this day and age, getting your head down in the books is very important for your future, because any future employment for you guys, especially younger guys like some of you in the that get involved in Fandom, it's a crucial part of your future, because future jobs are going to revolve around what qualifications you've got. So you guys always have my support whenever you've got important studies going on. But thank you very much, Amish. Great to see you, mate. And like I said, let us know if everything's gone well with your studies. And if you've got a score prediction as well, that'd be great to hear from you, mate. Burnley currently in possession on that far side, as they now switch the ball out to this near side. That was a really nice crossfield pass, actually. And now Burnley on the close to the West Brom box. And an attempted shot on the edge of the box, but it ricochets off a West Brom player. And oh, what a goal! Oh, that was a beautiful goal. It's been disallowed for offside. That's such a shame from Burnley's perspective. Like I said, guys, if you just join us, I'm watching this as a complete neutral. I have no preference. I just want to see good football from both teams, and hopefully plenty of goals. Like I said, we're not a club channel. We are very much a fan channel. So I always try to stay as neutral as possible, with certain exceptions, as you can say, as you can understand. When I'm streaming about my own club, that's slightly different. So I'm sure you guys will forgive me for wanting my own team to win when I'm streaming them. But that's not the case tonight. My team not play till tomorrow, and we won't be streaming it anyway, because we'll be giving, we streamed my club last weekend, so we'll be giving coverage to other clubs this weekend to allow more fans to find out about the Fandom project. It's getting a bit scrappy at the minute, guys. There's some clumsy challenges going in. A bit of a clumsy challenge out on that far side, just in front of the technical area. Not a lot in it from what I can see, just a bit more clumsy. Both players going for the ball. And it looks like the Burnley player is the one that's come a little bit the worst off. Although I don't know if he's making a bit of a meal of that, to be honest, because there was minimal contact involved. I think maybe he's just fell funny. Yeah, hopefully he's not going to be too serious. I think he might have just fell funny, or he's got his studs stuck in the turf as he's tried to pull out of the challenge, or avoid the crunch of the challenge, shall we say. 37 minutes gone, guys. Still 1-0 to West Brom. So we've just got a stoppage at the minute while that player receives treatment on the from the medical staff. So it's a great opportunity for me to come to you guys in the chat. We've got a free kick now for Burnley, just inside the West Bromwich half of the pitch. But they take the free kick and pass it back to their defenders as they look to build again from the back. Come on, load up. Sorry, guys, I'll come to the comments in a sec. Just waiting for the team news to load up if it ever sorts itself out. There we go. So let's have a look. There we go. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Let's change the screen angle there a minute. Oh, sorry, guys. Wrong one. There we go. That's better. So, yeah, like I said, not much to... I'll come back to the game in a second, guys. Ben Powell, welcome to the show, Ben. Great to see you, mate. Apologies. Always great to see you guys. Ben, is that Ben from the group on Instagram? If you can let me know, mate, it'd be great to No, I think it is. I think it's Ben from the Instagram Fandom group. So if you could just confirm that, mate, that'd be great to know whether it is or not. I think it is. I'm sure the name's familiar anyway. So, yeah, Ben, if you're still there, mate, please just let me know if you are Ben from the Instagram Fandom group structure, or whether you're a new fan coming getting involved. But I'm sure you are Ben from the Instagram group, if I'm remembering correctly. Ben is saying, how are you guys? I'm good. Thank you very much for asking, mate. Great to see you. How are you? Hopefully you've had a good week, mate. And don't forget, guys, you can let me know who your team is playing this weekend and what your thoughts are on the game. Obviously, our main focus is the game tonight, but always happy to hear what you guys want to talk about your own clubs as well, upcoming fixtures, stuff like that, previous games. You are welcome to share your thoughts in the chat. But thank you very much, Ben. Great to see you, mate, and thank you very much for coming, getting involved. Like I said, please do let me know if I'm right and you are Ben from the Instagram group, the Fandom Instagram group. Let me know if you could, mate. Ben's also saying, "Hi, guys, it's Ben." Ah, right. Sorry, yeah, you put it there. Sorry, I'm sure I'm trying to concentrate on that and the screen, so I didn't realise that. But yeah, thanks for that, Ben. It is Ben from the Instagram Fandom group structure. Great to see you, mate. Welcome to the show. Always a pleasure to see you guys that are involved in the social media stuff as well. Like I say, obviously, the channel is the heart of the Fandom project, but for any of you guys that are not aware, I'm also doing stuff on social media to also try and help create a positive fan community around the project of Fandom. For you guys to enjoy feeling a part of the project. Like I say, I've said it several times previously, guys. It's not just it's not just a YouTube channel. I'm trying to build the channel so you guys feel part of what Fandom is about. So obviously that involves me also doing stuff on social media. But thank you very much, Ben, for letting me know that. Great to see you. And like I say, mate, let me know score prediction on this game, or let manager issues, club issues, anything like that you guys want to highlight. Always happy for you guys to also drop in conversation about your own club as well, if you want to talk about specific stuff going on at your club. Thanks for that, Ben. Lionel Thompson, hello, Ben. How are you doing? Nice to see you. A member of the EFL group chat on here, and two on here too. And good luck against Bolton. Both sides will need it. Ah, right. Couldn't remember. Is Ben? Is that who you should? Are you Derby fan, Ben? I can't remember, mate. Um, is Ben a Derby fan? I can't remember, but yeah, big game for Bolton and Derby tomorrow. Bolton travelling away to Derby County tomorrow should be a cracking game. I'm going to miss it, to be honest, but like I've said many times, Fandom is not about my club; it's about fans. And I show that every week when I don't always stream about my own club. I try to give consideration to all clubs to show that Fandom is about fans and not about my club. Obviously, we do cover some Bolton games, but I try not to do it because, like I say, it's important that you guys know that Fandom is about you guys. It's not about my club. But yeah, thank you very much for that, Lionel. Very nice of you to welcome Ben to the show. Appreciate it, mate. We just had an opportunity for Burnley getting into the box. Oh, come on. I've just turned my earphones off by accident. There we go. I don't like these earphones. They're really annoying. They're really annoying. They bug your ear, and then it's very easy to turn them off. Apologies about that, guys. So yeah, just had an opportunity there for Burnley, and it was a good opportunity, but they waste the opportunity. Sorry, guys, I missed that for a second. Then, so my apologies. So goal kick for West Brom as the keeper kicks the ball up the field. up to the halfway line, and just a bit of head tennis going on. And now Burnley managed to get the ball down and get it forward very quickly. Oh, we got a penalty claim here. And the referee's trying to dismiss it, but it did actually, to be fair, it did genuinely look like a genuine penalty shout. We've got players all coming together, arguing amongst themselves and surrounding the referee. Guys, please do keep your comments coming. I will come back to it in a minute. Let's just let you know what's going on with this. 44 minutes gone, and that looked like a really, really valid penalty claim. With the Burnley player bursting into the box and a West Brom player coming from slightly behind trying to catch up, just caught the back of his ankles or his shin, the back of his boot. Sorry. I'm just going to watch the replay now. So the Burnley player gets a pass forward, gets into the box. Oh, actually, no. Actually, looking at the replay, it looks like the Burnley player has actually chucked himself to the ground there. In full speed, it looked genuine. It genuinely looked. I'm just watching it again. Yeah, no, the referee can't be giving that. The referee's got to book the Burnley player there for diving. That was a blatant dive. That is absolute disgraceful, guys. Because from my point of view, and I'm giving you my honest opinion, that genuinely at full speed looked like a penalty. But when you watch the replay, you just see the body language of the Burnley player. He just chucks himself to the ground. There's no contact. Yes, the West Brom player is very close to him, and it looks at full speed like he catches the back of his heels or something. But when you see it in the replay, you can clearly see there's no contact, and the Burnley player has thrown himself to the ground. And what's disgusting about that, guys, is that the referee has not booked the player for diving. How are we meant to get players to stop diving and trying to fake a foul for penalties, which is an important part of the game? If the referees are not going to book players when it's found to be deception for a foul, it's an absolute disgrace. That like I said, guys, I have no preference in this game, but I don't want to see cheating. I don't want to see cheating. I want to see fair play in games, even if it's involving my own team, because there's nothing worse than when your team loses a game because of a bad decision from a referee or because of a cheating player. Come on, guys, you only have to watch the hand of God from Maradona against England to know how frustrating it is to lose a game based on a player cheating. But yeah, really disappointed from that. I would expect better from a player being managed under Vincent Kompany, especially playing for a team like Burnley that are a very hard-working, nitty-gritty team, in my opinion. So I'm really disappointed with that Burnley player seeing that. Shocking, guys. We don't need that. It just spoils the game. What happened to sportsmanship? I'm always highlighting this. Sportsmanship should be on the front of players' minds to give a good account of themselves and respect to the opposition. You don't want to beat the opposition by cheating. You want to beat the opposition fair and square. And then there's no argument. You can say, we beat them fair and square. I'm really, really bad that from the Burnley player. I'm annoyed because it looked to me like it was a genuine penalty at full speed. And then to see the replay and see it slowed down, you could clearly see it was a dive. And the worst of it is, it's not seeing the referee issue a yellow card for deception or for simulation, whatever you want to call it. We just had the whistle go for half-time. And some of the players were approaching the fourth official as well as the referee with regards to that incident, I think. But there we go, guys. Half-time. And it's Burnley 0, West Brom 1. And like I said, great opportunity for me to come back to the comments, see what you guys are saying. But yeah, thank you very much for that, Lionel. Apologies for my rant, guys, but I'm very passionate about things like this. I love football just as much as you guys, but I want to see it played fairly. I want to see sportsmanship. I want to see teams winning. I'm sure I pointed this out before. If you was an animal surviving in the wild, would you want to, if you was a hunter, would you want to kill the most strongest animal, or would you want to kill the weakest animal? It's as simple as that. You can look at it in that way. But like I say, I will calm down about that now. It's just stuff like that bugs me, guys. Lionel Thompson is saying, as it stands with the championship table, Burnley 59 points and Sheffield United on 57 points. Yeah, absolutely. Let's just check. Let's just see. Sorry, I'll come back to comments in a sec. I'm just going to quickly see what the score is in that other game, actually, because Sheffield United playing tonight against Hull City, and it's currently Sheffield United 1, Hull City 0 in that other game that's going on in the Championship tonight. But yeah, thanks for that, Lionel. It's, like I say, it's very tight at the top of the Championship this at the minute, isn't it? And it's great to see. I know the attraction is a lot with the Premier League, but we do see some fantastic football in the Championship. Very competitive league. And to be fair, with the big clubs down in League One at the minute, the likes of Portsmouth, Burnley, sorry, not Burnley, what am I on about? Portsmouth, Derby, Bolton, these kind of clubs. It's very competitive in League One as well. So, yeah, it's great to see that we've got 3 leagues in English football, all very, very competitive at the minute. But thanks for that, Lionel. PFC _DY4 Dylan is saying, I think today's game will end 3-3. Whoa, that's an interesting one, mate. I noticed that Dylan likes to go for the high-scoring game predictions. He's done that a couple of times, but I like the optimism, mate. I like that. That's nice. It'd be great if it did finish 3-3, because that would mean we're in for an absolute cracking second half if it finished like that, mate. So yeah, that's a good shout. Let's hope you're right, at least to somewhere near that scoreline, so we see plenty more goals in the second half. Lionel Thompson is saying, brilliant prediction, Dylan. Mate, it looks like it's a brilliant game at the moment. Absolutely, it's been a really tasty game, end to end, both teams going at it, and that's one of the beauties of Championship games. It's not a lot of the games are not one-sided like we sometimes see in the Premier League with the likes of Man City playing other, shall we say, teams that lower down the league. Sometimes it can be very boring and predictable and very one-sided, but we don't see that as much in the Championship. It's a lot more competitive and a lot more end-to-end. Even if it's a top table team at the top of the table playing a team further down the table, it can still be a really enjoyable game to watch end to end because, like I say, what you find is in the Championship that even though teams might be struggling at the bottom, they're still scrappy. They still make it, they still get in the opposition's faces and give it everything they've got to try and get a result out of it. So, yeah, thanks for that, Lionel. Appreciate it, mate. And yeah, absolutely, you're spot on there, mate. Great prediction there from Dylan. Let's hope we get somewhere near that amount of goals. That would be awesome for the second half of the game. Amish is saying, I'm doing good, guys. Just finished most of my important exams. Bolton have been on a good run of a good run lately, and I think they'll win 2-1. Right, cool, nice one, Amish. Thanks for that, mate. Great. That'd be absolutely awesome if we could win against Derby 2-1. I've nothing against Derby, but obviously Derby is just above Bolton at the minute, I think, if I remember rightly, in the league. So Bolton getting a 2-1 win away from home would be absolutely awesome. And while I'm remembering, guys, sorry, should I say Amish? While I'm remembering Amish, let us know how's Bayern getting on. If you guys are not don't know Amish very well, he's been involved in Fandom for quite some time. He's just been busy for the last 6 months with studies, which is totally understandable. But Amish is a massive Bayern Munich fan. And if I remember rightly, and apologies, Amish, if I'm getting this wrong, because I've, like I say, obviously, I've not really spoken to you a lot over the last few months because you've been busy with your studies. But if I'm remembering rightly, is the English club that he supports is Nottingham Forest, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. But if I'm not, Amish, my apologies. I'm sure if you're still there, you will correct me on that one. But yeah, like I say, guys, Amish has been involved in Fandom for quite a long time. And like I said, the only reason you've probably not seen him recently is simply because he has been busy and focused on his studies, and rightly so. But I'm sure over the coming months and over the next year or two, I'm sure you will see Amish getting involved as and when he can around whatever studies he's got left and exams to sit. But like I said, guys, whenever you guys have got exams or studies towards exams, you will always have my understanding and support with that. So thanks for that, Amish. But yeah, like I say, mate, let me know. I've not really, because obviously I've been stepping up the intensity with Fandom. I've not really had a chance to look at much of the other European leagues. So Amish, if you could give us maybe just a quick little taster overview of what's going on in the Bundesliga, that would be awesome, mate. If and let us know how things are going with Bayern. I'm sure there may be some fans interested to hear your opinion as well with regards to. See, I'm terrible with names, guys. I am terrible with names. Um, oh, what's he called? I'm so bad with names. I know the player, but I still forget the name. What's it? Well, I'm interested. I'm always interested to know how Germany's league is getting on. I can't think of his name now, or it's gone out. I'm going to leave it because I can't remember. I'm sure it'll come to me in a minute. But yeah, Amish, it'd be great to hear from you, mate, with regards to a quick, maybe a little bit of insight into the German league, if you're still there, mate. And like I said, let me know if I'm right about your English team you support. Ethan, great to see you, mate. Ethan, massive Preston fan. Great to see you, mate. I've actually wrote some of your guys' clubs down to help me remember it because I don't want to keep getting confused because obviously you guys that drop in regular, I really appreciate it. And it's important to me that I get to know you guys, not just as football fans, but also as mates as well, where possible. And a good way of doing that is to start trying to remember which clubs that you guys support. And it does come to me. It does come to me eventually. It does stick. But as I'm sure you can forgive me, I speak to a lot of fans through the week and at weekends on social media, on the channel. So sometimes it can get a little bit muddled up in my head. And I think it was Kieran. I got confused with his club the other week, thinking he was a Preston fan, I think, and he's actually a United fan. So yeah, just an example of how sometimes it can just get a little bit confusing. But like I say, the more I see you guys pop in the channel regular, the more it'll start to stick. But yeah, great to see you, Ethan. Thank you very much for coming, getting involved. Always a pleasure to see you, mate. And like I say, Ethan, let us know who Preston are playing this weekend and what you think the score will be and anything else you want to add with regards to injuries, team news, transfer news with regards to Preston and your thoughts on your team, mate. Be great to hear from you. And hello to you, mate. Great to see you in dropping in the stream. Freddie Mills, welcome to the show, Freddie. Great to see you, mate. Freddie saying 2-2. That's a good score prediction, and that would be a great prediction to be fair as well, because that would mean if that was the prediction we get, we would have another 3 goals coming in this second half. So let's hope some of these high-scoring predictions, or at least one of them, potentially happens, because that would mean we would see plenty more goals in the second half. And what do we love, as fans? We love goals. We do love goals. But yeah, thank you very much, Frederick Mill. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing your name correctly, mate. And welcome to Fandom. Great to see you. I'm not sure if I've seen you drop in the channel before. I think you might be a new fan to Fandom. So if you are, mate, welcome to Fandom. But if you have dropped in before, please just remind me. Apologies if I'm forgetting. Like I say, we've been quite busy on the channel, and we're getting over the last few weeks, we've been getting quite a few new fans dropping in. So as I'm sure you guys can understand, it can get a little bit confusing sometimes. But the more we build the channel, the more I keep doing the live streams and stuff, the more I will get to know you guys as not just as football fans, but hopefully as mates as well. But yeah, thanks for that score prediction, Frederick, and great to see you, mate. Welcome to Fandom. Stevie Allen is saying hi, Ethan. Nice one, Stevie. Massive respect to Stevie doing all the hard work in the background to keep the chat positive for you guys to enjoy being involved, so we don't end up with loads of spam and inappropriate comments. Obviously an important part of Fandom is to help create a positive fan community for you guys to enjoy being a part of, and a big part of that comes from the hard work that Stevie does behind the scenes. So massive thank you to Stevie, and really appreciate the work you do, mate. Stevie's saying, "Hi, Frederick. Who do you support?" Yeah, great question, Stevie. Thanks for that, mate. Hopefully, Frederick's still there and will give us let us know which club he supports. But thank you very much for that, Stevie. Will Bertham, very good refereeing performance. Yeah, well, actually, I don't know, to be honest, Will, because I'm a bit disappointed that the referee didn't book the Burnley player for simulation, because obviously I'm not sure exactly how you. I presume you are watching the game somewhere, Will, because I know you are a massive West Brom fan, and obviously you go to a lot of games, mate. But yeah. I'm not sure. I think you're right in respect to the referees let the game flow. So he has done a good job in that respect. But no, when I was watching the game at full speed, it looked like that was a foul from a West Brom player catching the back of the ankles or the side of the boot of the Burnley player breaking into the box. But when you actually see the replay, it's a clear dive from the Burnley player. And I'm sorry, but I don't want to see cheating in the game. So for me, the referee should have booked the Burnley player with a yellow card for simulation. And I would say the same thing if it was the West Brom player or any player for any team. I have no, like I say, I'm watching this game completely as a neutral. And I just want to see players showing more sportsmanship. I don't want to see players trying to dive and con the referee. There should be such a thing as professional pride. Where players show a professional amount of pride to win a game fairly without simulation. And for me, when you see that replay and see the Burnley player diving, it's bad. And from a club like Burnley, he's only showing himself up, because for me, Burnley is a fantastic club. They're a hard-working team. They always win by being gritty and difficult to beat, working hard as a unit. And that is one of the things I love about Burnley, that they're an old-style team where they just do the good old-fashioned stuff properly. So I'm shocked to see a Burnley player do that, because I don't consider Burnley as that type of team. I consider Burnley as a really hard-working, old-school, professional team that look to win games with sheer hard work and teamwork. And like I said, for me, I was really disappointed because it frustrated me because it was deceptive. If you see it at full speed, it looks like it is a genuine foul, but then when you see the replay, it's a dive, it's simulation. So why is the referee not booking the player, giving him a yellow card for simulation? Because for me, that is the only way you're going to stamp out this kind of players diving. And I'm not talking just about, but I'm talking about any team. Any team where players dive, it is not acceptable. It's not professional, and it's not good sporting conduct. So for me, I was disappointed that the referee didn't show a yellow card in that incident. But yeah, overall, Will, I suppose you are pretty right there, mate. He has let the game flow, and he's not interrupted it too many times. So yeah, I've got to agree. It's been a reasonably good performance from the referee, but I had to highlight that, mate. I had to highlight that. Frederick Mill is saying Burnley is winning. No, mate. It's currently West Brom that are winning 1-0. So yeah, sorry, mate. Unfortunately, Burnley behind at the moment, but they've had plenty of possession, and they've definitely been matching West Brom. It's been a pretty 50-50 game. The difference being that one goal, because to be fair, West Brom did start the game the better of the two teams, but after that goal, Burnley got themselves a lot more into it, and since then it's been a pretty evenly matched game. But that one goal is the difference between the two sides. But yeah, Frederick, thank you very much for that, mate. And like I say, as Stevie asked, please do let us know, mate, what team you support. Be great to hear from you with regards to your team. If you're still there, mate, be great to hear which team you support. I'm presuming you may be a Burnley fan, but please do confirm that if that is the case, mate. Joey's saying, unfortunately, not at the Mo on Frederick. Unfortunately, not at the Mo on Mo Frederick. Oh right, sorry. Oh right, right. Sorry, sorry, Joey. I had to think about that. I realise now you're responding to Frederick's comment. But so that, yeah, sorry, Joey, my bad. Appreciate that, top man, Joey. Joey, just letting Frederick know know what's going on in the game. As you guys can know, sometimes we're trying to do the keep you guys up to date because obviously some of you guys are watching the game, but we also have to take into consideration that some fans coming on that are not watching the game and maybe dropping into the stream to keep up to date with what is going on in the game. So that sometimes means that I can't concentrate on the chat all the time. And as Joey is showing there, you guys also take part in the stream by keeping each other up to date with what's going on if I end up getting a little bit behind with the comments. So massive appreciation there for that, Joey. We're just about to see the second half kicking off. Both the teams are back out on the pitch. So just try and quickly answer one or two, respond to one or more, two more your guys' comments. Frederick Mills saying, I literally mean Burnley will win the match. Ah, right. Fair enough. Well, yeah, that's a good shout, Frederick. They've got to come from behind to do that. But it's more than possible at the minute. Only one goal between the two teams. So, yeah, but definitely possible that Burnley could turn around the game and come from behind to win this because they're only 1-0 down. So, yeah, thanks for that, Frederick. Appreciate you clearing that up so we understand what you're meaning. Thanks for that, mate. And like I say, great to have you with us. Joey is saying, yeah, that would be nice. Well, yeah, from you guys. Obviously, I'm trying to watch it as a neutral, but I totally understand if you guys have got a preference. I totally respect that, and that's part of being a football fan as well. But personally, like I say, for the Fandom project, it's important I try to watch as many games as possible as a neutral. Guys, if you're just wondering, I will come back to the comments in a sec. If you're wondering why we're doing so many match watch-alongs at the minute, because we are still quite new to the YouTube community, so there's a lot more to come from Fandom in the future. But at the minute, we are doing a lot of match watch-alongs simply to go around the grounds to help more fans find out about the Fandom project. So yeah, like I said, there'll be a lot more to come from Fandom in the future. But at the moment, we are working through a lot of match watch-alongs to help more fans, make it easier for more fans to find us and learn about the Fandom project. So yeah, sorry, just wanted to touch on that. The game has kicked off, and a ball comes into the box from Burnley, but it's gone out on. It's gone out for. It's gone out for a goal kick, I think. Sorry, I was just trying to work out what's going on there because I think there might be some off the field issue or something because the camera doesn't seem to be focusing on the pitch at the minute. But I'll keep you informed, guys. If all right, we're back to it now. Yep. So free kick from the goal, but so yeah. Sorry about that. Will Bertham is. Oh, you know this sometimes doesn't go off very often, and then other games it can go off loads. Sorry, guys. Just bear me a second. Just refresh this so you guys can see the team news. Just for any fans, I know that you guys that have been in a while in the chat a while now will have seen this, but any new fans dropping in can see the team news if it ever sorts itself out. There we go. Oh, there we go. Sorry, guys. Just bear me a second. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry, Wilbur from you saying disagree, Frederick. Obviously, yeah, obviously. Well, you being a massive West Brom fan. Um, sorry, crossed into the box from Burnley, but the keeper's gathered it, and now we see the keeper restart from the back from West Brom point of view. Um, sorry. Yeah, West Brom. Sorry, I'm just getting a bit confused there, just losing my rhythm a little bit. But yeah, um, I think there is some claims there for a handball of some description, but to be fair, I don't think the player knew much about it. So yeah, but thanks for that, Will, and yeah, totally understand. Will is a massive West Brom fan, so totally understand that you're not going to agree with some of the other fans in the chat wanting Burnley to get the win. But like I say, I try to watch the game as much as possible as a neutral. The Watford Way, hello, what the Watford Way? Welcome to Fandom, great to see you, mate, and. Obviously, Watford, a great club, mate, and always a pleasure to see more fans coming getting involved in the show. And like I say, let us know if you can, mate, if you've got a score prediction for this game, and also what team your club is playing. YouTube account. You are a Watford fan, mate. So let us know who Watford are playing this weekend. I haven't actually had time to look at all the fixtures just yet for this weekend. So yeah, you guys, be great to hear if you want to let me know what team your club is playing. I know what team my club is playing. Obviously, my club are playing Derby this weekend, but I just haven't had time to glance over the rest of the fixtures. And as you guys can understand, I'm covering all UK football, including Scotland. So it's sometimes difficult to keep up to date with all the fixtures that are coming thick and fast. But yeah, welcome to the show, the Watford Way, and welcome to Fandom. Great to see you, mate. Always a pleasure to have new fans coming, getting involved. And like I say, mate, please do let us know if you've got a score prediction for this one, or let us know what club your team is playing this weekend. Thank you very much for that. The Watford Way, Frederick Mills. So they'll draw. Well, it could be a draw, it could be a win, it could go either way at the minute, mate. Because both teams very much giving it everything they've got. It's end to end. Both teams looking confident on the ball in possession. Both teams looking dangerous when they get forward. So it could go either way yet, to be fair. With only one goal, the difference between the two sides, it could go either way. We'll have to wait and see. But at the moment, it's West Brom in the lead. So we're 51 and a half minutes into the game, guys. And it's still Burnley 0, West Brom 1. But plenty of time for the score line to change. But thank you very much for that, Frederick. Will Burtham is saying rare loss. Rare loss. Sorry, Will, you've lost me a bit there, mate. You're winning at the minute. So I'm confused with that comment, mate. If you could maybe just clarify if you're still there. Obviously, I recognise you might have nipped off to watch the second half of the game, which is, I know some fans prefer to watch the game or concentrate, especially if it's your own club. Obviously, you're going to want to concentrate on watching the game. But yeah, Will, if you're still there, mate, if you could just clarify what you mean by that rare loss, because at the minute, like I say, a bit confused because your team is currently in the lead. So that's why I'm. Oh, right. So right. I think I get it now. Maybe Will is responding to Frederick saying so they'll draw. Will, obviously being a West Brom fan, is saying rare loss. I get it now. I think that's what you mean in anyway. So yeah, apologies for that. Sometimes I forget to read the previous comment with what you guys might be responding to. Amish is saying the Bundesliga just kicked off the second half of the season today. Right now, Bayern are playing RB Leipzig. All right, cool. What's the script at the top of the table, Amish? If you're still there, mate, let us know. I'm presuming Bayern at the top because they're normally the strongest team in Germany. But yeah, Amish, let us know what like. Just obviously, you don't need to go in mega detail, but just let us know the top two or three teams in the Bundesliga and how close they are on points, and if it's still a title race or whether Bayern Munich have started to run away with it. But yeah, as Amish is pointing out there, the Bundesliga does take a winter break. And so they've obviously just finished that winter break. And from what Amish is telling us, they've just started the second half of their season. I'm still trying to remember. I'm honest. I'm still trying to remember the player I was going to ask you about before. That was it. Um, that was it. I remembered now. Sorry, Amish. Can you tell me if you're still there, Amish? Where's Bastian Schweinsteiger? I know he used to be. He's not. I know he's not playing. But where is he? I'm not. I've not heard since he went. He went to America after United, and since then I've not heard much about him. And Bastian Schweinsteiger is a player that I really, really do like. So yeah, yeah, Amish, if you're still there and you know what's happened to Schweinsteiger, has he retired yet? Is he still playing somewhere? Like I say, I know he went over to. I'm sure didn't he go over to America after the United? After he finished at United. But yeah, Amish, if you're still there, mate, let us know if you know where Bastian Schweinsteiger is at the moment and if he's still playing or not. Because, like I say, I haven't really heard a lot about him since he left United, and I know I'm terrible with names, but he's a player that I've always admired and respected. So yeah, Amish, if you're still there, mate, like I said, it'd be great if you could let me know if you know what has happened to Bastian Schweinsteiger. But thank you very much for letting us know about that, Amish. Appreciated. Frederick Mill is saying thank you for the welcome all the way from Ghana, Africa. Welcome to Fandom, mate. Obviously, that's really nice to know that we are reaching out to fans around the world. And you are very much welcome, mate. Like I say, Fandom is not a club channel. We are very much a fan channel, and we want you. Right. We very much want you guys to feel part of Fandom. So always try to give a positive welcome to you guys when we see that new fans come and get involved. So thank you very much for getting involved, Frederick, and hopefully you will like what the Fandom project's about as you get to know the channel and the project a bit more. But yep, you are very much welcome, mate. Always trying to make sure that new fans and fans that also support regular and come and get involved regular want you guys to feel part of the Fandom project. So it's always something I try to do, making you feel welcome. Guys, just to give you an update, we've got a foul. I'm just trying to work out what happened because sorry, just trying to catch up with the messages. Yeah, we got a foul on West Bromwich. I'm not used to seeing West Brom play in yellow. I keep thinking it's Norwich because West Brom are playing in yellow. So obviously you can understand that. I keep thinking it's Norwich, but that's their away kit. Or Will, let me know, is that West Brom's away kit or is it the third strip? Is it the alternative strip? I'm sure Will, if you're still around, mate. Let me know. What's this kit that West Brom are wearing? Is it the away quick kit or is it the third kit? Like I say, I'm not used to seeing West Brom play in yellow. It's a bit unusual. It throws you off a bit, doesn't it? Sometimes when you see teams that you know quite well, but you see them play in a kit that you're not familiar seeing them playing. But yeah, right. So obviously, apologies for this one, guys. We have Frank 7 Ghost saying Burnley suck. Well, maybe Burnley think that about you, mate. No offense, but that's not a very positive comment. We're trying to build a channel here where we have intelligent football conversation with fans that have intelligence. And no offense, mate, but that's not really an intelligent football comment, is it? I don't want to put new fans off coming and getting involved, but I believe in saying it as it is, and I believe in being honest. And if that's the kind of comment that you're going to come at us with, then, mate, then we'd rather not bother with you. No offence, but surely if that comment came with a bit more substance and a bit of an intelligent comment, then we might take it a bit more seriously. But there's no intelligence behind a comment like that. In fact, it just shows how poor your social skills are, mate, to make a statement like that with no context behind it. Will Bertham is saying, I get what you mean, but he's made some big calls, and with the Turf Moor crowd on his back, he's keep. Sorry, guys, we just got Burnley at the minute in possession, and a shot comes in, takes a deflection, and it's out on the far side for a corner to Burnley, but some good defending there from West Brom. They've been pressed deep. But that was coming in an awkward angle for the defenders. Could have gone right through the defence, and luckily, from a West Brom point of view, the West Brom player stayed focused and defended well. Corner comes in towards the near post, and it's cleared, but it's knocked back in by Burnley, and now Burnley knock it out towards the far side of the pitch, and another cross comes in, but it's headed clear by West Brom, and now West Brom trying to get the ball back up the other end of the pitch. It's up to the halfway line as the Burnley keeper comes out and basically blasts it out to this near side, and it's gone out for a throw-in to West Brom. Will, he's saying, I get what you mean, but he's made some big calls, and with the Turf Moor crowd on his back, he's kept focused. I'm sorry, Will. I'm a bit confused with regards to what your comment is, unless you're referring to Frankie's comment. But we've dismissed that one, mate, because it's not really an intelligent football comment. So I'm not sure if that's what you're responding to, Will. But I'd love, if you're still there, Will, please do let me know what's the script with this West Brom kit. Is this the third kit or the away kit? Cross comes in from Burnley, but it's deflected away, and now West Brom player picks it up on this near side and ricochets against the Burnley player, and it's gone out for a goal kick to West Brom. And it looks like we're going to see a double substitution for Burnley. But yes, sorry, Will. Like I say, mate, I'm not sure who you're replying to there, mate. If you could just clarify that, if you're still there. Obviously, if you're watching the game, I totally understand. You being a big West Brom fan, that's totally understandable, mate. But yeah, I'm not sure if you're referring there to a player or to the manager. If you could just clarify that. Right. Thanks for that, Joey. Yeah, sorry, mate. Right. Yeah. So Will is referring to my comment about the referee, I think. Thanks for that, Joey. Sorry. Like I say, mate, sometimes I just lose track because a random comment throws me off. But yeah, top man, Joey. Appreciate you pointing that out. Now I think I get what he's meaning. So Will is referring to my comment with regards to the referee. Turf Moor crowd on his back. He's kept focused. Yeah, that's a fair statement, Will, to be fair, mate. But to be honest, we don't want referees that are too influenced by the crowd, although I suppose we do as fans. That's probably a bit of a hypocritical comment for me to say when I'm building a channel that is supposed to be speaking up for fans. I suppose we do want referees that can be a little bit influenced by home support. But at the same time, he's also supposed to be a professional referee as well. So, we want to see referees show that professionalism and have the backbone to make significant calls when it's necessary. But yeah, thanks for that, Will, and appreciate that, mate. And thanks for replying to my comment with regards to the referee, because I'm presuming that is what you were responding to. Thanks to Joey pointing it out. Just because we've gone away from the referee talk, so it just threw me off what he was responding to. But yeah, thanks for that. Joey is saying, well said, Gaz. No worries, Joey. Like I say, mate, we will not put up with people coming in, and we want to build a positive fan community, and we want fans to feel welcome. Obviously, always want fans to feel welcome in Fandom, but we want fans that have football intelligence and want to enjoy being part of a positive fan community. We don't really need fans coming in with immature comments like that with no substance behind it. Like I say, if he'd put that with some reason why he's saying it, then we'd take that as constructive criticism. But when fans just come in with daft, silly statements like that, it's not really showing that you've got the football knowledge, is it? Really, it's a bit poor. But thank you very much for that, Joey. And like I said, always. My ambition is to build this channel for real fans who care about the football, but also fans who value being part of a positive fan community. So yeah, top man, Joey, appreciate it, mate. And Joey also, think Will was commenting was think Will's comment was about the referee. Yep. So cheers for that, Joey. Like I say, mate, I think because we've gone away from the referee talking point. I was just a bit confused with what he was meaning. So my bad on that one. But yeah, top man, Joey. Honestly, very, very helpful sometimes, Joey, with keeping me, helping me keep focused, or not losing focus with some of the comments. So yeah, really appreciated that, mate. And massive, massive respect there to Joey helping me recognize what that comment was about. Because like I said, sometimes when I'm switching from the game, people coming in and out with different comments, it's easy to get confused sometimes with what you guys are referring to. So yeah, really appreciate that, Joey. Top man, thanks, mate. We've got another corner here from Burnley. Sorry, Amish, I'll come to your comment in a second, mate. Another corner for Burnley, but they kick it out wide and then back to this near side as they look to get across into their box. And the cross comes in. And it's took another deflection. Really good bit of play there from Burnley, but massive. I have to give massive credit there to West Brom as well. They're finding themselves under the cosh a little bit at the minute, but their defenders are staying well focused, and they're managing to have an answer, should I say, for most of what Burnley are chucking at them at the moment. Burnley still in possession, and a cross comes in, but it's deflected away, and Burnley knock it back again, but it goes right across from the midfield out onto this near side and goes out for a throw-in to West Brom. We're about to have a West Brom substitution, guys. John Swift coming off, and Tom Rogic, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, coming on for West Brom. But yeah, apologies if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. But yeah, so one substitution there for West Brom. 67 minutes gone, guys. Still Burnley 0, West Brom 1. If you're just joining us, guys, please do consider hitting that like button. Drop your comments in the chat. It'd be great to hear from you. And West Brom restart the game now from a throw-in, and ends up out again for a throw-in to Burnley, which is a good opportunity for me to come back to the comments. Amish is saying, Bayern are currently top of table and are 5 points ahead of Freiburg. Schweinsteiger retired after the contract at Chicago. Chicago Fire was up in 2019. He is currently a pundit for Sky Germany. Ah, right. Nice one, Amish. Like I said, as a player, I really, really like Bastian Schweinsteiger. As much as it annoyed me that he played for Germany, obviously you can understand. I'm English, and Germany in football is England's nemesis, shall we say? But But yeah, as a player, I really loved him as a player. I thought he was always very professional, very respectful, worked hard, and I miss seeing him on the pitch. To be fair, I was disappointed with the way Man United treated him. I thought it was an absolute disgrace how United treated him. A player like that, who's a legend, they should have given him a bit more respect. How they were going to use him. Maybe been on a bit more on the level because I think that was a big problem at United that they deceived Bastian Schweinsteiger how much game time they was going to give him, and that wasn't right. But yeah, like I said, I think I lost touch of where he got. I knew it. I thought he'd gone to America. I remember it did stick in my head, but with hearing that many players going to America these days, you're always questioning yourself if you're remembering it correctly. But nice one, Amish. Thanks for letting me know that, mate. Really appreciate it. And yeah, it's fantastic to know that Schweinsteiger is still involved in football in some way. So yeah, top man, Amish, appreciate you letting me know that, mate. Really do. Because like I say, Schweinsteiger when he was playing was always a player that I was very fond of. Um, Burnley in possession at the minute, guys, on the halfway line. They're just knocking it about amongst themselves from midfield to defence. Clearly just probing. West Brom just sitting off at the minute. They just seem content to sit off Burnley. Maybe that's a tactic. Um, Obviously, they're in the lead, so they're able to do that. Cross comes in from this near side for Burnley. It's headed clear for West Brom and back up the field, and it's Burnley picking up possession again. But yeah, West Brom definitely seem to be quite comfortable at the minute, letting Burnley have the majority of the possession. They're just sitting in, keeping it tight, keeping it compact, and Burnley, even though they've managed to get a few opportunities into the box, they've not really threatened the goal enough. Enough for the amount of possession that they've had. But I suppose that shows that West Brom's game plan is working so far in this second half, where they're just prepared to soak up the pressure coming from Burnley and wait for opportunities to hit them on the counter attack. And they've just got now an opportunity as a foul on a Burnley player on the far side is dismissed by the referee, and West Brom look to try and get up the other end of the field, but they've got that many men behind the ball at the minute. The whole team is behind the ball at the minute for West Brom that they're unable to get when they do get the ball forward. There's nobody there, and we've still got a Burnley player from that challenge out on the floor, on the deck, down right on the far side. It looks like he's just starting to get back to his feet, but he's hobbling around. So it looks like that might be quite a significant injury to the Burnley player. Yeah, I'm surprised his own teammates are not knocking the ball out at the minute. They're in possession. Where, yeah, I don't know if that's the player that's took the knock is trying to walk. Yeah, it looks like he's trying to walk it off. But he's still walking rather gingerly. And his own teammates are not knocking out the ball. So not much to say. But Burnley would get the ball into the box, but it's cleared by West Brom. West Brom with real numbers behind the ball at the minute to keep to keep Burnley out. Another cross into the box, and it's headed away. And another shot comes in from Burnley, but it's knocked away. And then a third shot comes in, and that is gone wide of the far post. So that will give the stoppage for the medical team to check on the check the player that took a knock. I don't. It must be a genuine injury for the player there on that far side, because, like I say, he was taking some time to get back to his feet and recover. And yet the medical staff now on the pitch, although they're actually medical staff attending to a West Brom player. I'm not sure. It looks like the Burnley player might have been able to walk it off, but he was walking quite gingerly for a number of minutes there, and it took him quite a while to get back to his feet. Um, yeah, but yeah, that was there's a bit of a coming together there for the players, but luckily I think he's okay. 73 and a half minutes gone, guys. We're just having a stoppage at the minute for players getting attention from the medical staff. It's quite shocking to see how many players are not playing with shin pads anymore. Used to see loads of players used to have shin pads right up to the knees when I was younger, but players not choosing not to wear shin pads as much these days. And if they do wear shin pads, they're wearing them where they're shorter, which is quite strange. Burnley with an opportunity into the box, and it's a goal. Really nice goal that from Burnley. A very rare opportunity where Burnley have actually managed to get in behind West Brom, with West Brom sitting deep. But from the restart of the game there, after the medical staff been on the pitch, Burnley with a ball knocked forward as the West Brom players had moved further up the pitch. They got in behind, and it's slotted in beautifully on that far side as the Burnley player runs into the box, literally just inside the box, bang, straight across. The goalkeeper unable to get a hand to it, and it's gone straight in the back of the net into the far side of the net. Low shot there for the basically to make it difficult for their goalkeeper to get a hand to it. So it's Burnley 1, West Brom 1. 75 minutes gone. Oh, what can we see now, guys? How is this going to turn out now? Will it stay like this, or are we going to see a real scrap now for a winning goal? West Brom now will have to come out and push up the field if they want to try and get the winner again. Uh, Joey, Joey is saying, "Go on, Burnley." Obviously, Joey wanting Burnley to win tonight, so nothing wrong with that. Absolutely, Joey, fair enough, mate. And a good goal, to be fair, from Burnley's perspective. Now we've got a free kick for West Brom on the far side. Cross comes in, it's deep, and it's headed towards goal from the ricochet and cleared by Burnley, but up to the halfway line. And now West Brom get control of the ball again on the halfway line. And they've lost it now to Burnley, but Burnley stopped. The referee has blown the whistle for a foul, but Burnley were about to hit West Brom on the counter attack there with literally one man to beat. If the referee hadn't blown the whistle there, would have been another really good goal scoring opportunity there for Burnley. But the referee has chose to blow the whistle for a foul. I think it's because the player coming from behind. I think that's why he's blown it, because the West Brom player was in possession and a Burnley player is coming from behind. And he's actually, it doesn't look like he's got connection with the ball. It was his teammate that ended up with possession. So, yeah, to be fair, that was a fair foul to claim for the referee to stop play with the, like I say, with the Burnley player coming from behind with the challenge there. We just want to see consistency with decisions like that, don't we, guys? West Brom now in possession on the far side and running towards the box, coming into the midfield. Now they switch the play out to this near side, and a nice 1-2, and it's into the box, but it's deflected behind for a corner to West Brom. Nice bit of play there from Burnley to create that opportunity. From West Brom, to create that opportunity. West Brom looking to try and regain the lead again. Corner on this near side. Corner comes in towards the near post, and it's headed behind by one of their own players, and that will be a goal kick to Burnley. 78 minutes gone, guys. Just over 78 minutes gone. Still 1-1. We've got 12 minutes left of the normal time, and plus added on time. Burnley now in possession. They come bring the ball out from the back. Long ball up the field, but headed on by West Brom. And Burnley end up in possession. And now they move the ball out to this near side and come back inside to midfield before switching the play again back out. They're just passing it amongst themselves right on the edge of the West Brom box. And a cross comes in, but it's straight at the goalkeeper who gathers it for West Brom to build again from the back. Guys, if you're just joining us, please do hit that like button, drop your comments in the chat. It'd be great to hear from you. You're welcome to let us know your thoughts on this game or any of the games coming up this weekend. We represent all fans, so all fans are welcome. So I want to hear from you about your team, who they play this weekend, and any thoughts you have as the games for the weekend approach. Got a throw in on this near side at the moment, guys. West Brom with a throw in midway inside their own half of the pitch. And they're just trying to nick a few yards here on the touchline. Throwing comes in, long throwing forward actually, and Burnley have managed to nick it back off them in midfield, and now Burnley on the attack on that and move the ball down that far side to try and hit West Brom on the counter attack. And they're playing really well at the minute, Burnley. To be fair, both teams have come into it more since the equalizer. But nice bit of play there from Burnley with a deflection off the West Brom player, and it goes out for a corner. But Burnley take the corner short. I've noticed they've done that a couple of times. Cross come, see, wasted. Why didn't they just take the corner? Why didn't they just take the corner as a normal corner? They've chose to play it from the corner flag amongst themselves, taking it short, not into the box, but passed it to one of their teammates to create a better crossing angle. But then when they have finally crossed the ball into the box, it's gone straight into the keeper's hands with absolutely no challenge to it. So a bit of a wasted opportunity there from Burnley. West Brom now on the attack, and they're on that far side, just on the edge of the Burnley box, as they look to try and create some pressure on the Burnley defence. They come back up to the... both teams kind of wasting their opportunities and possession at the moment. West Brom just had the possession. They moved from just the edge of the Burnley box and ended up, for some reason, passing it all the way back to the halfway line, and then a long ball forward from West Brom after that, and it went straight to the goalkeeper. So both teams guilty of wasting good opportunities of possession. Burnley now on the edge of the West Brom box with a shot, but it's ricocheted off one of the West Brom players, and it's gone out on that far side for a corner. So that's a great opportunity for me to come to the chat. Stevie is saying, can I ask, Joey, you're a Liverpool fan, but you really like Burnley. Is there a specific reason why? Yeah, that's a good question, Stevie. I think Joey I don't know, obviously, I think Joey's just a football fan, a massive football fan. He's obviously a massive Liverpool fan, but I think he just loves football. And I'm not sure, maybe because all I can think, possibly because of the northern side of it. Maybe it favours teams playing in the northwest a bit more when they're not involving Liverpool. I'm not sure. But thanks for that, Stevie. Great question, mate. We've got a corner again for Burnley on that far side, and yet again they've taken it short, and a cross comes in. It's deflected away from West Brom and out on the far side for a throw-in. to Burnley, but they keep wasting these corner opportunities, Burnley, by taking it short. If I could see some end product from it, then I wouldn't be criticising, but it just seems like they're wasting the opportunity of a great opportunity to get the ball right into the box and create problems. Across from Burnley again, and it's straight into the goalkeeper's hands, although this time he fumbles it and almost loses it to a Burnley player, but luckily from the West Brom point of view, it ricochets out. But Burnley still in possession as they build again and now break into the box with West Brom chasing shadows a little bit there in their defence. Burnley really trying to turn the screw now looking for a winning goal. Corner taken short again, and the cross comes in, and a bit of a collision there with the goalkeeper and one of the defenders, and it's gone out again for another Burnley corner. Joey's saying, yeah, mate, my dad comes from Burnley. He was a massive Burnley fan, always looked out for them. Also kind of like the way they play. Right, that's cool. Nice one, Joey. That's fair enough. Thanks for explaining that to us, mate. I was actually thinking maybe it was the Northern thing, that obviously being a Northern lad supporting a Northern team in Liverpool, and maybe just slightly more interested in Northern clubs having a success when it's not involving Liverpool playing against them. Corner comes in, and Burnley have kind of wasted yet again another corner opportunity, but they're still in possession on that far side as they're just probing West Brom's defensive structure. West Brom's starting to be pinned back a bit here. They're struggling to get any kind of possession. 85 minutes gone, guys. Still 1-1. And Burnley in possession on this near side now as they bring the ball back into midfield and now come into the box and pass it amongst themselves on the edge of the box. And now playing for a penalty. A free kick. Oh, well, they're trying to claim a penalty, but the referee is saying no, it's a free kick, but it's questionable. That's one for VAR to answer, to be honest. Yeah, I think the referee is right, actually. It's quite shocking to see a referee getting decisions right in this one. So many decisions. It was right on the line. And West Burnley, obviously, and you can understand Burnley trying to claim that it was a penalty, but it happened. The challenge happened right on the line, and the referee very insistent as he blew the whistle that it was not a penalty, that it was a free kick, basically because the tackle came in just on the line of the box, and it was marginal, guys, very marginal. But I'm quite impressed with the referee with some of the decisions he's made in this game, and the fact that he's making it clear to the players that he's in charge without dishing out excessive amounts of cards, which is what we want to see. We want to see referees. So I can understand why Will was saying earlier that the referee's having a good game. Burnley with the opportunity, and it's a goal. Really nice goal there from the free kick, and straight into the top corner on this near side. And gotta say that was a really nice, just bump straight, beautiful chip. Kind of, I don't know if it was. It's kind of a cross between a shot and a chip, if you get my meaning. There weren't quite enough power on it for it to be classed as a full blown shot, but he's had to get a bit of chip on it to get the lift, if you get what I mean. To deceive, to get past the defenders and the wall, to get it over the wall, and it's straight into the top corner on this near side. Really nice goal that from Burnley, and but yeah, what a goal that is! You got to give him credit. It's like I say, it's a great shot. The Burnley success continues under Vincent Kompany, doesn't it? 88 minutes gone. Burnley 2, West Brom 1. They've come from behind. I think we actually had a 2-1 prediction earlier, didn't we? I think one of you guys dropped a 2-1 prediction in the chat. But now the Burnley fans in full voice in the stadium. And it's going to take a bit of something special in it for West Brom to equalise now with literally 2 minutes left plus added on time. And Burnley have just made a substitution as well. Benson off and Vitino coming on. And we're also saying a substitution for West Brom. West Brom making a substitution of Grant coming on. Sorry, I didn't see the player going off, but it's Grant that's come on for West Brom. And West Brom restart the game. But Burnley looking very, very motivated now. They've got themselves in the lead. 89 minutes gone. So we're only a minute of normal time plus extra time. It's gone out. It's gone out for, I think that's a goal kick. But yeah, guys, what do you make of that, eh? Burnley coming from behind. West Brom with the long ball up the field from the goalkeeper. And Burnley with picking up possession in midfield. And West Brom managed to get it back, but they've lost it again. And now Burnley build from the midfield, from the halfway line, looking to keep possession as they pass it back towards their goalkeeper. So it's a great opportunity to come to the chat, see what some of you guys are saying. Stevie Allen's cool, mate. Obviously, that was with response to Joey's comment about why he likes Burnley. So thanks for that, Stevie. Frederick is saying, told you Burnley is winning. Yeah, you did. Fair enough, Frederick. Yeah, fair enough. I'm not sure. Was it you that gave the 2-1 score prediction earlier? But yeah, you're right, mate. I've got to be honest, very impressive performance from Burnley. To be honest, they went behind early on, and in the start of the first 10 minutes, to be fair, it was West Brom looking the stronger of the two teams. But Burnley ground themselves into it, and since then they've just not looked back. They've kept going. They've kept chipping away, and now they find themselves in the lead through sheer determination and effort and commitment to keep piling the pressure on West Brom. I can understand why some West Brom fans will be very frustrated with this. There's a lot of West Brom fans currently unhappy with the situation going on at their club with regards to the owner apparently taking out some crazy loans and gambling the club's future. I'm not sure if you guys have heard about that. Apparently, the West Brom owner has took out a £20 million loan in the club's name in expectation of getting West Brom promoted. So if it don't get promoted, that is a big gamble to have that kind of debt round the neck of a championship club. So a lot of West Brom fans really not happy at the minute with their ownership, understandably, with things like that going on. Burnley in possession now on this near side, just outside of the. You can see the confidence in the Burnley team now with the way that they're playing, with a bit of swagger and looking very, very comfortable in possession and a little bit cocky, if you ask me as well. I'm not used to seeing Burnley play with that kind of silky, shall we say, the best way to describe it is a bit of silky football, guys. I'm not used to seeing that with Burnley. But nice to see the confidence oozing through the Burnley players through the fact of their position. And there should be that sort of confidence in the West Brom players because, they're still in the hunt for promotion. So they should be having players full of confidence as well. But yeah, thanks for that, Frederick. Yep, totally. Massive respect to you, mate. You did call it, and it looks like you're going to be spot on there, mate. Joey's saying, get in. Obviously, you guys that wanting Burnley to get the win, obviously very happy now they're in the lead. Joey also saying, you did, Frederick. Yep, fair enough. Like I say, massive credit to Frederick there with the getting the pro score prediction. We just got a stoppage at the moment, guys, for two players coming together on this near side. Hopefully they're going to be all right. They're both, mainly, I think it's the West Brom player, just a little bit of a slight limp, but hopefully it's not too serious. I didn't quite see what happened there, guys, so my apologies, I missed that. We had 5 minutes added on time, guys, and we're just coming up to 4 minutes of the added on time being played, so we've only got just over a minute left to play. And Burnley in possession. Burnley, just honest, Burnley looked so confident at the minute. Burnley player trying to knock it out there for a throw in to stop West Brom getting possession and getting a goal kick. And the Burnley player, one of his teammates, working hard, and now we've got coming together. Sorry, guys, just a bit of an itch on my back. It's a bit hot sometimes sitting in this chair for a long time. But yeah, we just had a West Brom player breaking right down the midfield, and a Burnley playing coming in with a bit of a questionable tackle. But the referee has awarded a free kick, booked the Burnley player for that tackle. So now the free kick is taken in towards the box, but it's deflected away, and now Burnley pick up possession and look to get up the other end of the field with that possession. But there goes the full-time whistle, guys. So you guys that was calling the score prediction, Frederick, I think Frederick did say it was going to be 2-1. But yeah, very impressive performance from Burnley, and like I say, Vincent Kompany doing some magical stuff with this team. It's going to be really exciting next season to see how he gets on in the Premier League. And like I say, I don't know what you guys think, but for me, I would like to see him stay at Burnley for a while and get more experience, not to be tempted by the glory of managing a club with bigger ambitions. Where I'm not saying he's not capable of that. But he's a young manager. There's plenty of time for that, isn't there? There's plenty of time for him to go and manage a club with bigger ambitions, i.e., a club that wants to challenge Champions League, stuff like that. There's plenty of time for him to do that. So, like I say, for me, I would love to see him just stay there for another couple of seasons and do well with Burnley, gain more experience, and then pick the right Premier League club to move to, where he can go for more ambitious stuff. You never know, guys. If he gets up in the Premier League, we could be seeing Burnley under Vincent Kompany competing in the Europa League in another 2 seasons or so, if he continues getting the best out of his players like this. So yeah. But thanks for that, Joey. Guys, if you just joined us, please do hit that like button, drop your comments in the chat. We'll be with you for another 5-10 minutes or so, at least, if not a little slightly longer. So you guys are welcome to drop your comments in the chat. I'll read out what you guys are saying. Now we've reached full time. Frederick Mills saying, I'm Ghana, Africa. Can we connect more on WhatsApp? I'm currently not on WhatsApp at the moment, mate. I will be probably doing WhatsApp at some point in the future, but at the moment, not on WhatsApp. But you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and I will follow you back on Twitter and Instagram. So if you're on any of them social media platforms, you are more than welcome to drop a follow. And like I say, I'm always happy to follow fans back that are interested in the project. Not like I say, mate, not on WhatsApp at the moment. We'll be doing it in the future. We will be joining WhatsApp in the future, but at the minute, because I'm doing a lot of the work on the channel on my own, and there's only so much I can do at the minute. So I know a lot of fans have been asking me to join WhatsApp, and I will be doing at some point in the not too distant future. But right now, I don't really need that extra work to do with the fact that WhatsApp will mean more work than I'm already doing, and I'm already struggling at the minute to find enough hours in a day to cover what I'm covering so far. But yeah, Frederick, apologies for that, mate. We will be on WhatsApp in the future. We're not on it right now, but we will be in the future. But you are more than welcome to follow on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And like I say, if you follow on Twitter or Instagram, I will happily follow you back. And I'll also follow you on Facebook as well if you follow the right account, because on Facebook, I've actually got my personal account, which is just for close friends and family, and also have a Fandom account on Facebook for fans to follow. And I will follow fans back on the Fandom account that's been set up. So, yes, let me know, mate. If you want to drop me a follow on them, I will happily, like I say, happily follow you back. You can find Fandom on Facebook quite easily because there's two accounts for it, Fandom UK and Football Fandom UK. So, yeah, thanks for that, Frederick. Frederick's also saying, I don't know, maybe your maybe your digits or something. I don't know. Just asking. Like I say, mate. At the moment, we're not on the WhatsApp. We will be in the future, but right now, like I said, there's only me working on Fandom at the moment. In the future, I'll be bringing other people into it, and hopefully, maybe one or two of you guys that are part of the Fandom community might be get a bit more involved in the future. But at the moment, mate, like I say, I work a full-time job. And we are pushing forward to get the Fandom project moving forward faster. So I will be doing more, and I will be joining WhatsApp at some point in the future, mate. But right now, no, I don't do WhatsApp. I do Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. So you are more than welcome to follow me on there, and I will happily follow you back. Joey's saying, sorry, I don't do WhatsApp. Yeah, no worries, Joey. Like I say, I want to get to know you guys using social media platforms, but I've had quite a few fans asking me to join WhatsApp and TikTok. But the more that I join, the more work it is, and there's only so much work I can get through in a day. So that's why I've not joined TikTok and WhatsApp just yet, because, like I say, working on my own, I've already got more than enough that I need to manage at the moment, just doing YouTube and the other three social media platforms. But we will be joining those other platforms at some point in the future. Just hope you guys can understand at the minute. There's only so much I can do whilst working on my own. But thank you very much for that, Joey. Joey's also saying, well, at least Burnley has given me something to cheer about tonight. Laugh out loud. Let's hope Liverpool can tomorrow. Tomorrow's, yeah, like I said, who Liverpool playing tomorrow? I can't remember, Joey. Let us know if you can, mate. But yeah, it was a good game from both teams, to be fair. I think the longer the game went on, Burnley definitely become the stronger of the two teams. And I think West Brom fans will be probably pretty disappointed, and rightly so, because they started the game really well. But to be fair, quite, I would say maybe up to about 70 minutes, they were looking quite comfortable, compact, well organised. But as long as you take the gamble to sit back against the team the way West Brom did tonight, then you're always going to risk that eventually they're going to find a breakthrough. And that is exactly what happened. West Brom kept sitting off, prepared to soak up the pressure. And eventually, with the amount of pressure that was coming from Burnley, with the amount of opportunities, with the amount of possession, it was clear to see that eventually, if that continued, they was going to find a breakthrough, and that is exactly what happened. So I'm imagining that a lot of West Brom fans really disappointed that their team decided to sit back for a long period to that second half. But yeah, absolutely rightly so. From a Burnley point of view, it was a very professional, organised, and hard-working performance to get that win and turn that game around from a losing position. But like I said, I'm trying to look at it from both sides of the pitch. And if West Brom fans are frustrated with that, it is totally understandable because, like I say, they started the game really well. And the longer the game went on, the more they decided to sit off and let Burnley have more and more possession. And it was clear to see in that second half. But yeah, hopefully, Joey, that is the start of a positive and enjoyable football weekend for you, as well as a personal positive weekend as well. I hope, mate. Um, Joey's also saying, yeah, I agree. He should stay for a while. Think he could do some good things with Burnley in Prem. Absolutely, Joey. Yeah, like I say, he's young, isn't he, mate? For a manager, he's very, very young. So there's plenty of time for him to go and manage a bigger club with Champions League ambitions in the future. You never know. He could be Pep Guardiola's replacement, and in a couple of years. Let him stay. For me, just let him stay at Burnley. Stay there, get that experience, because that experience is invaluable, and you will not get the time to grow and get that experience at a club with bigger ambitions. So for me, what we're seeing with Vincent Kompany at Burnley is fantastic, and I hope that he stays there for a couple of seasons and continues to develop and improve his management style and his management tactics and get more knowledge. And then, like I say, I'm sure all you guys agree with me. It will be great to see him at a club with bigger ambitions in the future. But there's no rush for him to do that. He's got plenty of time. He's a young manager. It's not like he's going to be retiring anytime soon out of management. He's got years ahead of him to retire. To manage before he gets anywhere near retirement. So, like I say, for me, I really hope that he doesn't make the same mistake that we saw Steven Gerrard and Frank Lampard make. It's about time some of these older managers started giving some pointers to these younger managers and telling them not to be in a rush for a big ambitious Premier League job. But thank you very much for that, Joey. Like I said, to me, it just makes logical sense. To like, like I say, he's such a young manager. He's got years ahead of him yet to manage the likes of Man City, Man United, Liverpool, clubs like that. Years to plenty of time for him to do that. He should be just content with the success he's having and use it to gain experience. PFC_DY4 is Dylan. Hi guys, apologies for hopping off. Was it a good game? It was, mate. It was a really good game actually, end to end. Towards, I'd say, well, it was end to end for probably about the first 60 minutes. In the last half an hour, Burnley had the majority of the possession. West Brom sat off them as the longer the game went on. West Brom sat off them more and more. And the more they sat off them, the more Burnley got that possession, created more threat in the box, and eventually they was able to make that pressure that they had count, and they got the equalizer, and then not long after they scored the winning goal from a fantastic free kick. To be fair, and like I say, yeah, it was a really good game. Not really one-sided. I suppose you could argue it was maybe a bit one-sided in the last 30 minutes, maybe 25 minutes, but overall, really enjoyable game. But like I say, I'm sure there'll be a lot of West Brom fans walking away from that one really frustrated. More so with their own team. But yeah, no need to apologise, Dylan. Thank you very much for getting back involved. Really appreciate that, mate. Very nice of you to come and get back involved. Like I say, you never ever need to apologise. But I do appreciate the gesture, mate. Thank you. Elvin's Osambo. Apologies if I am not reading your name correctly, mate. But welcome to Fandom. Elvin's is saying, I'm from Kenya. How can we connect, bro? You can follow me on Instagram. Follow Football Fandom on Instagram, Twitter, and also on Facebook. They're the main platforms that we're on social media-wise at the moment. We're not on WhatsApp at the moment, but we will be on WhatsApp in the future. But right now, we're just not on that, and we're not on TikTok because that would be a lot more work that would mean that I'm just too distracted, and there's only so much I can do at the minute. But like I say, we will be joining them other platforms at some point in the not too distant future. But right now, if you guys want to follow or get in touch with me away from the channel, you can do on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. So Elvin's, apologies if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly, mate. Let's get rid of that. Elvin's Asamba is welcome to Fandom, mate, and very much great to see you. And always a pleasure to see new fans come and getting involved. And fans from all around the world are welcome on Fandom. We are not a club channel. We are very much a fan channel, wanting to build a positive YouTube fan project, as well as bigger ambitions we have for the future, to try and build something special and unique for the fan community that care about the future of the game. So welcome to Fandom, Elvins Osambo. Apologies, like I say, mate, if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly. Welcome. Great to see you with us. Stephen Allen as hi, Elvins. Welcome to Fandom. Nice one, Stevie, top man. Obviously, Stevie continuing to do the great work behind the scenes there. So massive appreciation to that for you what you do, Stevie. Elvins Samba is saying, I'm late, but I hope you know that Burnley is coming back to the EPL. That's a fact. Yeah, mate, it's looking very good. We've just been commenting, me and Joey have just been talking about the fantastic work that Vincent Kompany is doing at Burnley. And yeah, it will be great to see them back in the Premier League. And it's looking, they put themselves in a very strong position. And I said it, guys. I said it when they went down. People was like, oh, Burnley's gone. They've gone. They're not going to come back. But to be fair, I said it. I thought Burnley would bounce straight back. And the reason I thought Burnley would bounce straight back is because when they was in the Premier League, they didn't overstretch themselves financially. They did transfer business, yes, but they did it within their own budget. They did it within their own means. They didn't go out and do like what QPR did and spend stupid money trying to stay in the Premier League. They accepted that they could only spend a certain amount of money, and they accepted that they may go back down, but they recognized that if they did go back down and they didn't spend money stupidly, that would put them in a really strong position to bounce straight back up because they didn't overstretch themselves. Come on, guys. How many times do we see that clubs spend too much money in the Premier League trying to stay in it? They overstretch themselves. They end up getting relegated, and then they're just scratching around, literally trying to get their finances back in order, because you cannot have the same kind of player budget in the Championship as what you have in the Premier League. And I think there's two clubs for me that have shown real intelligence and been sensible when they've been in the Premier League about how they spend transfer money. And them two clubs for me that I've seen do that is Burnley and Norwich. They've not overstretched themselves. I know Norwich fans been very frustrated at when Norwich have been involved in the Premier League. But for me, I think it's been very sensible, because you're getting that big Premier League money coming in and you're allowing it to be invested in the club rather than just spending it all on transfer fees and players' wages that can get your club in all kinds of financial trouble if you get relegated. So for me, Burnley and Norwich need massive respect for being sensible when they've been in the Premier League and accepting that it's not a one-season thing to be a Premier League club. It's something that you build over a period of time, and something that you can do over a couple of seasons if you do it sensibly and accept that you may get relegated. But if you don't overspend, then you can get straight back to the Premier League. You won't have that problem of sorting out your finances in the Championship, because you've accommodated for that while you've been in the Premier League. You've accommodated for the fact that your club doesn't overspend and accepts that, yes, we spend within our means, because then if we drop down in the Championship, we can go again. And that is, like I say, it's about time we see more clubs do that. So for me, massive respect to Burnley and to Norwich for not overstretching themselves when they've been in the Premier League. But yeah, thanks for that, Elvins Osamba. Welcome to Fandom, as I say, mate. PFC_DY4 is Dylan saying, Gaz has just explained. He is on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Thanks for that, Dylan. Really appreciated, mate. You have to remember that some fans that may be coming from outside the UK, maybe not, maybe their English isn't always the greatest, mate. So sometimes maybe they don't always understand me talking, because as you guys know, I talk really fast. And so if you don't speak English naturally, sometimes somebody like me that is very confident at talking. It can be difficult for fans outside of the UK that their natural language is their native language is not English, so they might struggle. But thank you very much for that, Dylan. Really appreciate you support there, trying to express that. But like I say, mate, sometimes it's necessary for me to maybe just slow down my speech and say it once or twice, just so that fans that don't naturally speak English can understand what I'm saying. But top man, Dylan, appreciate you trying to explain that from my point of view. Really appreciated, mate. Top man. Joey is saying Chelsea, mate. Chelsea. What damn is? Sorry, Stevie. I'm just trying to. Right. Sorry. Yeah. I asked you. You're playing tomorrow. Yeah. Sorry. Just twigged. Sorry about that, Joey. Yeah. That. Yeah. Now I remember. Yeah. Is it dinner time kickoff? Dinner time kickoff, isn't it? Yeah. Sorry. I'm remembering now. Yeah. Nice one, Joey. It's just, see what I mean? When we switch from one conversation to another, sometimes it really catches me out. But I'm sure you guys that do understand that. But sorry, apologies for that, Joey. Yeah. So Chelsea, yeah, Liverpool v Chelsea. I remember seeing the fixture now. Yeah, that's a cracking. That's going to be a cracking game, that, mate. Dinner time kickoff. I'm not sure whether I'll be able to stream that because depends if I can get home. If I can get home from work earlier, but if I can, I will certainly try. But can't promise that. But yeah, it should be a cracker, that one, mate. And if I am still at work, I will be probably trying to listen to that on the radio. But yeah, top man, thanks for that, Joey, and apologies that you lost me there, mate. But yeah, really appreciate it. Will Burtham, disappointing but not angry. Are you not frustrated, Will? Thanks for that, Will. Like I said, are you not frustrated that your team set off a little bit there in that last 20 minutes, half an hour? Because I thought you guys played quite well for the first hour of the game. You matched Burnley's intensity. You showed that you wanted to try and get some from the game, but the more that second half went on, it seemed that the West Brom team sat off more and more and invited the pressure from Burnley. And I'm obviously you guys watch West Brom on a regular basis, but I know if I was a West Brom fan, I would be extremely frustrated with the fact of my team sitting back like that with only a 1-0 lead, inviting that kind of pressure. But that's just my perspective. If you've got another perspective, Will, love to hear it, mate, and I would respect your opinion. Like I say, you've been a massive West Brom fan. You know your team better than I do, mate. So it'd be great to hear from you. PFC _ DY4. Sounds like a great game, mate. Also, I hope Bolton get another positive result this weekend. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, mate. We play Derby tomorrow. Derby County travelling away to Derby. Who has Portsmouth got this weekend, Dylan? And like I said, I've actually found out some interesting news for you guys that are Pompey fans. Whether you know this or not, I don't know. But obviously, there's been a lot of Portsmouth discussion in the recent live streams that I've been doing. So I did do a little bit of research the other day, and I have found out that apparently your owner is buying up all the land around the club because he wants to build some kind of retail park alongside the club. Whether there's no mention of any upgrade for the stadium, but there is mention of him buying land to do some kind of big project with regards to building some kind of shopping complex attached to the club. Plus, apparently, he is wanting to buy the land because of other previous owners selling off club assets. So he's wanting to invest in reclaiming back assets around the club, land, stuff like that used to belong to the club, and that is why he is investing minimal amounts of money in the club or in the team at the minute. Now, you guys might know differently. I haven't finished researching Portsmouth. There's still plenty of research to be done with regards to Portsmouth and what's going on. But the other day, I did have an hour free, so I decided to do a bit of research. because obviously there's been a lot of you guys coming on talking about Portsmouth in the last few weeks. So I thought I better try and get some kind of understanding of what's going on. And that is what I found out. Like I said, there's plenty more research I could do because I only had an hour to spare. But that is what I found out. Apparently, your owner is looking to reclaim, and that is why he's investing in land around the club. He's looking to claim back assets that the previous owners sold. So how much truth there is to that, I don't know. You guys that are Portsmouth fans know your club better than I do. But like I say, I decided to do a bit of research with regards to the lot of conversation that have been coming in previous streams. So, like I say, make of that what you will. I'll, at some point in the future, I will try and do more research and maybe I'll hopefully also do a proper show about Portsmouth. But I just thought I'd share that with you. Obviously, we're not specifically here for Portsmouth right now, but I just thought I'd share that with you guys if you was curious, because like I said, there has been quite a lot of conversation on the channel around Portsmouth in the last couple of weeks. Will Bertham is saying the turnaround from Carabao. Sorry, I can't read that. Corbina. I'm sorry, am I reading that right? Carabao has been incredible, and I have no complaints compared to the Bruce days. It's really refreshing. Right. So Will's referring there to the style of play from West Brom. That he's appreciating the improvement in the style of play from the tactics and how they're playing the game. But yeah, that's fair enough, Will. Like I say, I was just curious, and obviously I'm not talking about all the games. I was just curious whether you have, as a West Brom fan, was a little bit disappointed to see your team sitting off in that last half an hour, inviting the pressure from Burnley. Because, like I say, for me, I thought you guys played well for the first hour. As a West Brom, if I was a West Brom fan, I would be a little bit disappointed that your team didn't go for it a little bit more to try and get that second goal and potentially kill the game off. Because I don't know whether you guys believe it, but one thing I do believe in football is the best form of defence is attack. And if you attack, then the other team cannot be attacking you, can they? So, obviously that is a risky statement in respect of how aggressive some teams can play. But the point of the matter is, if you're in possession and attacking, the other team don't have the opportunity to attack you, do they? So, yeah. But like I say, maybe you guys have a different philosophy. I'm not saying that's my philosophy. It's just something that I've always kind of agreed with a little bit. I'm not saying it works every time, because as my club has proven, you can also win with a defensive style of play, as Bolton proved under Big Sam many years ago. And that makes me feel old saying that now. But yeah, like I say, it can be done both ways. But like I said, I just thought I'd chuck that one out there. But let me know if you guys have a different philosophy. It'd be great to hear from you. But yeah, thanks for that, Will. PFC_DY4 is Dylan saying, really looking forward to the rest of the Fandom Counter-Attack League next week, guys. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. We are starting the Fandom Counter-Attack League next week. It's still being tested, as I've pointed out to you guys. It's a fan league that I am currently developing using social media, but it's coming on the channel in the future. I'm using social media to develop it, to practice it, to work out the kinks in it, and it's coming on the channel in the future. So I'll be giving you updates how we get on with that. But some of you guys are involved in that. It was actually supposed to start at the beginning of January, but unfortunately there's been a few delays through a number of issues. But we are starting it next week. So obviously Dylan is one of the fans taking part in that. But that's just a little taster of what's to come in the future of Fandom. That's what I'm saying. I'm looking at a lot of ideas, but at the minute we are doing a lot of match watch-alongs to help more fans find out about the Fandom project. But yeah, absolutely, Dylan. Thanks for reminding me of that, mate. And yeah, I will be keeping you guys posted with updates about how that is going on social media. Like I say, guys, it's important that we test it and that we get it right as best possible before it comes on the channel. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be perfect when it comes on the channel, because switching it from social media to the channel, I'm sure there's going to be some teething troubles, but I want to try and get it work out the niggly issues as much as possible before I put it on the channel. But yeah, watch this space, guys. That will be getting introduced to the channel at some point in the future. But like I said, just bear with me while we continue testing it. But like I said, the testing, the second time we've tested it will begin next week, starts on Monday. So as I say, guys, I'll be keeping you guys up to date with how that's going. And hopefully you guys are excited for that to be introduced into the channel at some point in the future. So yeah, thanks for that, Dylan. Appreciate you reminding me of that, mate. Will Burtham is saying we sat too deep in that second half, but with a few injuries and one or two tired legs, I thought we did well. We frustrated them and pushed them right until the end. Burnley celebration says it all. Well, that's fair dues, Will. Yeah, I never looked at it like that, mate. That's very fair statement. Obviously, like I say, I always give credit to that you guys know your own clubs and your own teams better than I do, because I believe in and trying to be respectful of that as much as possible. So obviously, I'm not totally aware of all of West Brom's injury problems. And like you say, you make a very valid point there about tired legs as well. So yeah, that's a fair statement, Will. I've seen you guys playing at home a few weeks ago when we did a stream, and I think you guys will be definitely in that hunt for promotion this season. And I hope you are. I hope you are. Not for the owner, because clearly the owner that has not got the best interest of the club at heart. He's got the owner interest of his pocket at heart, and I have every sympathy for the West Brom fan community with regards to the frustrations you guys are currently having with your owner. But yeah, I hope that you guys do get promoted to protect the future of the club, because as I stated earlier in the show. And I think it might have been Will that informed me, and I did research it, and there is a lot of truth to it. The West Brom owner is gambling the future of the club with loans to try and get the club promoted, and that is fine if they get promoted, but it's a big gamble, because if they don't get promoted, he's lumbering the club with a massive amount of debt. So yeah, but thanks for that, Will. Appreciate you taking the time to express a West Brom point of view on that one. Really appreciated, and a very, very fair opinion, to be fair, mate. So yeah, thanks for that, Will. PFC underscore DY4 is Dylan saying really good chance for Bolton to get to Wembley this season, mate. Just have to beat Accrington Stanley, yeah. And mate, honest, I'm telling you, I would love to beat Accrington Stanley in that game, because they've since Bolton had the financial troubles with the owners and stuff like that. Accrington have took full advantage of my club's weakness when we was at our weakest position with a very weakened team. And Accrington have managed to have a few good results against Bolton when we was at our weakest. So I am so excited to go to their place and get a result against them, and hopefully it will be a positive one and a very strong statement from Bolton to put Accrington in their place and remind them who is the more superior club in this part of Lancashire. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one, Dylan. And yeah, hopefully an excellent chance for Bolton to get to Wembley. I think Accrington will give us a tough game, to be fair, but I'm expecting that Bolton will show their superiority now. We have got started to build a much stronger team than we've had in recent years. And like I say, they'll be very enjoyable for Bolton if Bolton could do that and go to Wembley by giving Accrington a large portion of humble pie. I've nothing against Accrington, in all honesty, but as you can understand, from a fan point of view, Bolton is my club, and it was very, very frustrating to see one of our local rivals that normally wouldn't even be on the same pitch as us, getting victories against us when we was at our weakest, when we had youth players in the team because our previous owner had left us in such a weak position, and Accrington took full advantage of that. So I've not forgotten it, as I'm sure you guys wouldn't if it was your club as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to putting Accrington in their place. I don't mean, like I said, I don't mean it nastily. I just mean it as a bit of banter. But yeah, Accrington are a club that have it upset me in recent seasons. Let's put it nicely. Joey's saying Accrington would you class Accrington, would you class that as a derby, Gaz? Yeah, it is. It is a Lancashire derby, mate. I think we've got to class it as a derby because Accrington's closer to Bolton than Burnley is, and Burnley and Bolton is classed as a derby. So surely we have to give Accrington that same respect, that it is technically a Lancashire derby. But in my opinion, and with all respect to Accrington, I don't believe they should even be in the same league as Bolton. But maybe that's me being a little bit of a football snob. Because Accrington, no disrespect, they are a great club, but they are currently punching a little bit above their weight, if you like, doing reasonably well in League One. And like I say, for me, I would love to see us put them in their place in respect to. It's kind of like. How could I put it? It's kind of like the best way to compare it. It'd be like Tranmere Rovers coming to Liverpool at Anfield in the cup and knocking you out the cup. You wouldn't take it very nicely, would you? You'd be rather frustrated that Tranmere have come to your ground and knocked you out of the cup when they're like, they're the smaller club in the Merseyside area. Well, that's kind of the same way it is between Bolton and Accrington, or at least that's the way I look at it anyway. So maybe I'm being a little bit disrespectful to Accrington. I don't mean to be, but as you guys can understand, you always hold your own club in high regard, don't you? And I want to keep holding my club in high regard. So getting given a big portion of humble pie off Accrington when we was at our weakest didn't sit very well with me, as I'm sure you guys can understand. Will Bertham is saying, some good news is West Brom have made the stadium a community trust, so the owner can't sell it to try pay off some of the debt. Well, yeah, that is absolutely fantastic news. So how does that work? Well, does that mean do the club still own it? I'm presuming the club still own the ground. But yeah, that's an interesting one. I'm interested to know a bit more about that. I'll have to do some research. But yeah, sorry, guys, long day. But yeah, that's an interesting one. I might have to do some research on that and find out a bit more about that because I have heard that mentioned before, referring to other clubs. So yeah, but yeah, that is fantastic news, Will. Definitely protecting club assets from greedy owners that are more interested in the financial benefits of owning a club rather than being part of something that's special. Because let's be honest, guys, all our football clubs are special to our communities, and not some of these rich owners coming from abroad don't respect that. This is not America. We don't have franchise football clubs and franchise soccer clubs and baseball clubs. This is England and Scotland and Wales. We invented the game and we gave the game to the world. And we are very passionate about our clubs representing the part of the country that we live in or live near to. So, like I say, absolutely fantastic news if that is the case, Will. And like I say, I'll have to do a bit more research because I've heard that terminology before. So hopefully I will try to remember that and try and find some time to look that up. But thanks. Sorry, guys. Thanks for that, Will. Really appreciate it. That's some very, very positive news for West Brom fans. So thanks for sharing that, mate. Stevie Allen is saying, whoa, that's great news, Will. Absolutely. Nice one, Stevie. Totally agree, mate. We want to see the future of football clubs protected from greedy owners. So, yeah, absolutely. Thanks for sharing that, Will. It's really, really appreciated, mate. Fantastic news to make sure that the long-term future of the club is secure, or at least the assets of the clubs is secure. Dylan is saying, Derby County will be very tough, mate. We play Exeter City at home. Not very confident on your research. I hadn't heard of that. I'm not sure where a complex would go. There isn't much room. Well, I looked up that because obviously you guys were telling me that the owner was buying land around the club. So I did the research to find out why he was buying land around the club. And basically what I found out was apparently I don't know if it's all the land but some of the land, but apparently some of the land was previously owned by the club and sold off by previous owners. And apparently he has got ambitions to build some kind of, I don't know, I think it's probably similar to what you see near Bolton, like some kind of leisure shopping complex type thing. If you've been to Bolton, you will have seen at the side of the stadium, there's a big shopping leisure complex right really close to the ground. And I don't know whether that's possible in the Pompey, next to Pompey's ground. I don't know. All I know is you guys told me that the owner was buying up land around the stadium. So I did the research to find out why he was buying the land. And apparently that is why he's buying the land. He's buying some of the land that was sold by previous owners, as well as he's also got ambitions to build some kind of social leisure / shopping complex. Like I said, Dylan, I haven't finished the research. I only had an hour spare, but obviously I wanted to show you guys that I was taking your concerns seriously and that I wanted to find out more information to share with you guys about why this owner of Portsmouth was buying up land around the club and not investing in the players. And that's the information I found. Whether it's correct, I don't know, because to get a more accurate assessment, I would have to do a lot more research than just an hour. But that was the information that I came across in the hour that I spent researching Portsmouth. But like I say, mate, hopefully in the future I will find more time to do a lot more deeper research. But I just thought I'd share that with you, that I found that out. Whether, like I say, I don't know how much truth there is to it, because that was coming from one basically one website that I looked it up on social media. So that maybe, obviously, as we know, media and stuff like that can twist details to suit their own narrative. So like I say, but to find out a true picture, I would have to do a lot more, spend time doing a deeper research. But I just wanted to, like I say, try and do some research on the situation at Portsmouth, because I noticed that some of you guys coming in talking about it over the last couple of weeks, very concerned about the lack of investment in the Portsmouth squad, and concerned why the owner was basically investing in land around the stadium. So yeah, but thanks for that, Dylan. And like I said, hopefully that maybe gives you some confidence that maybe the owner is looking at the long-term future. I know that doesn't reassure you very much at the minute. With regards to the lack of investment in the team. But like I say, at least hopefully it is a positive bit of news to show that the owner is not necessarily in it for the short term, but maybe in it for the long term. And that is why he's investing in stuff around the ground. But only time will tell, mate. Only time will tell. Don't forget, guys, please do hit that like button and drop your final comments if you can. If you've got any in the chat, it'd be great to hear from you, because I'll be wrapping it up in about 5 minutes. I want to go and get some food. And when I do ever do these Friday night games and late night games, sometimes I come in from work late, so I don't always get a chance to grab something to eat. I literally come in, have a shave, freshen up, have a quick hot drink, and then straight onto the channel. So I'm feeling quite hungry, as I'm sure you guys can understand. Will Brabham saying, that's the first time I've seen us play so negatively since Corbyn joined. One of the first things he's got wrong, but as I say, I have full support for him. 9 wins in 11 games is unbelievable. Yeah, absolutely, mate. I don't know. Maybe he's, like you say, maybe he recognised that players were tired. that some of the players being injured was taking a toll on the team. I thought, like I said, I thought you guys competed reasonably well for 60 minutes. It was just from my point of view, as if I was a West Brom fan, I'd be a little bit concerned about the way you sat off in that last 30 minutes. But like I said, I don't watch West Brom every week, do I, mate? You do. So you would, rightly so, you'd be able to give a fairer assessment of that and the tactics involved tonight. But yeah, I thought you guys played reasonably well for 60 minutes. It was just that last 30 minutes or so. Well, it wasn't even the last 30 minutes, it's 20 minutes of the game because obviously, I think once Burnley got that goal, you did try to play a bit more, but by that point, you were struggling to get back in the game because the team had sat back for quite a long period of time. And when you do that, you're always going to struggle to start getting back on the front foot, especially with literally, when you're coming down to the last few minutes of the game. But that's a fair assessment, Will. Like I say, you are spot on there, mate. 9 wins in 11 games is fantastic. And like I said, I think you guys will be definitely in the hunt for promotion come the end of the season. And like you say, it's great to see that the manager is getting the best out of the players. So yeah, thanks for that, Will, top man. PFC_DY4 is Dylan saying, I have to hop off now, mate. Apologies. I'll catch up with you soon on Instagram. Take care. No worries, Dylan. No need to apologise, mate. And I will be jumping off myself in a few minutes. But thank you very much for coming, getting involved, Dylan. Really appreciate you making the effort to come and get involved in the show tonight. And like I said, enjoy the rest of your evening, and hopefully Portsmouth get a positive result for you tomorrow, mate. And like I say, I will definitely catch up with you on social media and on the possibly on the channel again at some point. But I'll definitely be catching up with you on social media in the next couple of days as we start the Counter-Attack League. But thank you very much for your support, Dylan. Really appreciate it, mate. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And like I say, if you're going to a game tomorrow, stay safe. And I hope your team get a positive result for you. Will Bertham, I'm not sure about the details, but from what I've understood, is that the club own the stadium, but they're not allowed to sell it. Sorry, hang on a minute. They're not allowed to sell it. I'm not sure how it works, as I've only read the article briefly. Yep, no worries. But like I said, Bill, Will. Bill, what am I about? No worries, but Will, appreciate you bringing it to my attention, mate. And hopefully I'll try and remember that. And at some point, I'll try and do some research on what that means to understand it better, because I'm sure I've heard that terminology associated with other clubs as well. But as long as it protects the infrastructure of the club, that's got to be a good thing, like you say, mate. And it means it harder for the owner to dismantle your club if that's all he's interested in is the financial benefits. You want to protect the long-term future of the club's stadium assets and training facilities. And I wish we see more clubs doing that because it's very sensible, and it might put off some of these owners spending stupid money putting clubs at risk. If maybe it's something the EFL should be looking at, shouldn't it? Making clubs, encouraging clubs to protect their infrastructure, so that rich owners that are coming in for what they can get out of it can't put the club's future at risk. Because as long as you've got a stadium and training facilities, then you can always protect puts you in a stronger position to protect the long-term future of the club, doesn't it? So yeah. But thanks for that, Will. I really appreciate it, mate. Some great comments from you tonight, mate. And like I said, I will try and remember that and see if I can research it at some point in the future. Joey is saying, thanks for a good stream, guys. No worries, Joey. Thank you very much for your help tonight as well with some of my confusion on the comments. And like I say, really appreciate the support, mate. Hopefully you enjoyed the rest of your weekend, and hopefully you jump off and enjoy a nice pint after an interesting game. But thank you very much, Joey. Really, really do appreciate your support, mate. And enjoy the rest of your evening. And if you are going to game tomorrow or anything, stay safe and enjoy your weekend, mate. Like I say, appreciate you coming, getting involved. Always, always a pleasure, mate. Thank you. Um, Will Bertham is saying, keep up the good work. Thank you very much, Will. It's been a pleasure having you involved tonight. And I will definitely try and get onto your check out your channel. I did look a few weeks ago, but I've just been so busy, mate, trying to get more intensity going on, obviously on my channel. So I've not had as much time to look around with how crazy busy I've been, but I will certainly give you some check out what you've been up to on your channel, and really appreciate you coming, getting involved tonight, giving us a bit of West Brom knowledge, because obviously you're a massive West Brom fan, and you have a really good depth of knowledge about your own club, and that's always appreciated when you come and share some of that with us, mate. So thank you very much. Stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'm presuming you are probably going to a game tomorrow, Will. So if you are, mate, stay safe, look after yourself, and like I say, I will definitely make the effort to try and find some time to jump on your channel and give you some support, because, like I say, always appreciate the support coming from you, mate. And what you do on your channel is good stuff as well. And like I said, I probably would have been on in the last 2 weeks, but I've just been so crazy busy. I have literally not had a minute to. I've not even had a day off or nothing, because I've just been so crazy busy. So, like I say, I will I will definitely make sure to make some time available to come and check out what you've been up to on your channel. So thanks, Will. Appreciated, mate. Appreciate you coming, getting involved, mate. And like I say, appreciate you sharing your knowledge of West Brom tonight as well. So look after yourself, stay safe. Like I say, if you're going to a game tomorrow, stay safe, look after yourself, and hopefully I'll catch you up again soon. But that's it from me now, guys. Take care. Appreciate all you guys coming, getting involved tonight. It's been a really nice stream. Some great comments in the chat. And it's also great to see you guys also building positive friendships amongst each other, because that is what Fandom is about. It's about building a positive fan community and building a channel that you guys feel involved in. So, yeah, massive shout out to all you guys that have dropped in tonight. It's been a really good stream. Special thanks to Stevie and also Joey as well, who has also helped me a little bit tonight when I got a little bit lost track a little bit with some of the comments coming and changing subjects. So really appreciate that, Joey. And like I say, big shout out to Stevie as well, who does all the excellent work behind the scenes that you guys don't see. Stevie's just finally saying, thank you everyone for joining. Please hit that like button before you leave. Absolutely nice one, Stevie. Thanks for remembering that. I'm sure our regular Fandom viewers that part of the Fandom community have already probably done it, but appreciate you reminding any fans that may have forgotten. So thanks for that, Stevie. But that's it. Like I say, for me now, guys, I will catch you again tomorrow. I will be back tomorrow with another stream. Hopefully, I'll see some of you guys then. Like I say, if you're going to a game this weekend, stay safe, enjoy the weekend, and look after yourself. And hopefully, I will see you again soon. Bye for now. All the best.